teams' injury problems, including Dallas's. But I mean,
The growl. Sue Cravens is filling in for Ireland today, and Em is here, of course. This is the part of the show where we actually go on YouTube.
Yeah.
We talk for a few minutes, get ready to go on the air live on YouTube and on radio and on the app and all that stuff at the top of the hour at noon.
Yeah, just a little loosey-goosey today. You know, we had our first NFL game yesterday, which was really fun.
Yes, it was.
I got to host some friends over to go watch the game. And what was unfortunate was obviously that there's a hour-long lightning delay in the middle of a game. And so, you know, one, it's like people have to choose whether or not they're going to stay through the lightning delay and be like a little more groggy for work the next day, or if they're going to leave. All my friends stayed. And so we decided to play a card game, and it got so heated. It got very loud and heated. If you are curious, go check out my Instagram story. I have Parker literally putting his card to the heavens when he got his right. So it's really funny. It's a great game called Cinephile.
Oh, boy. How do you know? Are you good at movies?
Yes. Well, not as good as her.
Nobody's as good as she is. Yeah, nobody's as good as she is.
But it's a fun game where it's basically like Heads Up, the Ellen DeGeneres game that you can play on your phone, but it's with movies, and it's just you put it on your forehead, and then someone has to guess what it is.
Like in Inglourious Bastards.
Yes, like in
That's
Inglourious
what they
Bastards.
did in Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah. And then there's...
It did not end well. That game did not end well.
But they also do like multiple ways you can play it or whatever. It's a great game. But it's funny because I've played it with people who love movies and people who know nothing about movies. And when I play it with like people like that, like my mom, she's just like, she finds other ways to explain this. And so she goes, old. And I'm going, okay, Mom, you got to give me more than old here. And then it's like, oh, she meant Gary Oldman instead of just saying old. She said, okay, basketball player, but not a basketball player. And I say, okay, so Michael B. Jordan is what we're doing here. Because she's like, okay, Michael Jordan, basketball player. So
okay, I get it.
It's a fun game, and it was really good. So how did you guys spend your lightning delay in the game last night?
You know, I switched over, and I watched the final episode of a show I've been watching called Treason.
Okay.
It was like 40 minutes. It was almost the identical length of the delay. And so I get to the end of this thing, and I love a good thriller, but they totally Scooby-Dooed the ending on this thing.
What do you mean by that?
He came from here, and she was there all along, and that person was really this person. It's like...
And they had a mask on, and then you revealed
it. And they take a mask off, and there it is. Exactly.
Not the janitor at our school.
They completely Scooby-Dooed it, which pisses me off.
That's crazy. Those meddling kids.
Yes, exactly. So what'd you do during the lightning delay?
I just spammed my 2K My Player. I know you don't know what that means.
Of course,
I need you to talk about
2K My Player. Yeah,
I need you to talk about what you've been doing, Sua. So I've been seeing on your Instagram story UConn stuff, and like, so explain what you're doing.
Okay, so basically, I consider myself somewhat of a college football video gaming guru.
Okay,
and to make it hard on myself, I wanted to start an Dynasty with me as the head coach of the UConn Huskies.
And what's Dynasty if we don't know what that is?
Dynasty, it's a mode where on the video game, CFB 26, you can be a head coach. You sign a contract. You have a certain amount of wins you have to live through. You live the life of a head coach. I do not have a buyout. Couldn't afford it just yet.
Okay.
But I know Coach Mora.
Okay.
Used to be the head coach of those guys across town.
Yes.
And I hit him up, and he sent me some UConn gear so I can wear. And I have a coaching headset. My whole man cave is UConned out.
Nice. Oh,
and it looks like my coaching office.
Yeah.
And each week I drop the episode of who they're playing that week. So
and you treat it like a game.
And
right?
I treat it like it's a real game. So if I don't, like, I think I need 6 wins or I'm going to get fired and be homeless.
Yes.
So that's what we're doing. I drop an episode each week.
Do they have homeless things inside of the game? Like,
they literally will tell you you're getting fired. They'll tell you like you're mid.
Gosh.
Like a recruit would say, "Nah, I'm not messing with you. I don't like your style."
Can they fire you on the tarmac?
Wait a minute. So you're playing a game where there's a transfer portal?
Transfer portal? I have to recruit?
Yeah.
What? A kid didn't like that I didn't like his IG post, and he locked me out.
Who are you playing against?
You can play against. You can do it on your own against computers. You can do it against your friends. You can invite them. Yeah, it's a whole thing. And then I can't call my own plays, so I'm up to the will of the computer.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And I record.
So
my
you have
reactions
like
and
a
post it.
computer offensive coordinator.
Basically, I trust my OC. I'm that type of head coach.
Yeah.
I let him do his job.
You're like a Dan Campbell type, where
Yes.
you're like, I'm the rah, but maybe not the play caller.
And also because we go for it every fourth down. So yeah.
Oh, yeah, nice.
So you do that.
Episode 2 drops today.
Okay.
Hopefully, they get the UConn Huskies in real life get the same result like I got this week.
So you've already played one?
I've played one game, and episode 2 dropped
Did you
today.
win game 1?
I am 1-0. We beat
1-0.
Central Connecticut State. What are we talking about?
I mean, yeah.
Is that even a real school?
We had the 3s and 4s in.
Oh,
Yes, that's who they
man.
play.
What, they played
Central
at
Connecticut State?
They play Syracuse this week, though.
Oh, okay.
And it was
Okay.
tough. It was tough.
Central Connecticut is like, what, in Middleton or something? I don't know.
That's got to be like Division II.
Everybody we cut
subdivision.
off our team went to state down the street. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's the struggle there.
Yes,
Okay, so
yes.
that's interesting. I like that you're really fully committing.
I'm committed.
You got to see this on his Instagram
I'm
story.
going to,
It's like
yes.
it's literally his entire background is just UConn.
It's your story or it's a post?
It's a post. I have a YouTube channel for the full episodes,
Yeah.
but just stick to the 1 minute episodes because
Okay.
it could be
Awesome.
a lot.
Yeah.
I get real emotional.
Have you been a coach before? Do you want to be a coach?
I used to coach
Okay.
7-on-17 with
Okay.
a bunch of 5-stars that are actually in college football right now. So
Yeah.
it's good to see some of those
Nice.
kids doing well. But
And
yeah.
you're USC'd out today?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Ready for the game?
I do it every Friday. Before,
nice.
Yeah, every Friday. I'm always decked
I
out.
went Rams today.
Okay,
Yeah.
Rams house.
Went Rams
I have
today.
an SC shirt underneath this. If you want to smell these aluminum free
Oh,
picks.
Oh,
Gosh.
God,
Yeah.
with the aluminum.
Yeah.
I had double the aluminum today.
Aluminum
All right, so
plus.
we got the show coming up for you. Thanks a lot for watching Before the Growl.
Fire safety brand. They're built to respond over 25% faster to smoke detection. Kidda helps protect what matters the most. Find it at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Number 1 claim based on total household installations as of December 2023. 29% faster average smoke detection based on internal testing of smoldering wood fires for Kidda 9th edition versus leading competitor 8th edition product.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. For the first time, you can stream all of ESPN all in one place. And guys, it's changed the game for me personally. All the best live sports, the most championship moments, studio shows, documentaries, and originals. Too many to even name them all. Plus, all these great new features like watching 4 games at once in multi-view. Your fantasy team updates live in-game. SportsCenter, customized just for you. They thought of everything to make this the ultimate destination for fans. Sign up for the all-new ESPN app right now.
NFL fans, Week 1 is your shot to play free and stack a $1 million cash bag with DraftKings Pick 6, an official partner of the NFL. Here's how. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app, DraftKings' easiest way to play fantasy, enter for free, and pick more or less on 6-player stats for Week 1. Share your link with friends to add more cash to the bag and get bonus shots to win. Hit all 6 picks, and you'll be splitting the bag that's already at $1 million or more. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app, use code KSPN, opt in for free, and start stacking entries for NFL Week 1. Zero cost, huge upside, in partnership with DraftKings Pick 6. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 18 plus. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Void where prohibited. Must claim token for free entry in bag builder contest. Only perfect entries earn a share of the cash prize. Tokens are single use and expire September 8th at 8:15 p.m. Eastern. Terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
John Ireland for Blue Ice, the finest potato vodka sourced from Idaho and pure Snake River Aquafire water. Find classic Blue Ice vodka or any of their unique flavors in stores or ask for it by name. Blue Ice Vodka, because taste is everything.
Hey, what's up? It's Sedano. I'm here with the crazy Hernandez brothers from Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. What if I'm at home, I'm like, I got to do this project, but I keep putting it off because I'm worried about the finances part of it. Like, what do you suggest those people do?
We all have a honey-do list, right? And you're the numbers guy. Your wife says, hey, I want to do this living room floor. You're putting it off because you're thinking it's going to cost me $5,000. Give us a call. Give me your square footage. You'll be surprised at what we can do for you.
A 5-minute phone call can save you thousands of dollars.
For the best prices on hardwood carpet and more, call 866-62-FLOOR.
Craving that beach vibe? There's an Islands restaurant near you with all your favorites. Crafting your perfect Islands moments with classic burgers, fresh cut fries, local brews, and never-ending summer drinks. Visit your local Islands restaurant.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Man, look at that Return of the Dang Old King, man. Oh, wow. Emotional.
King of the Hill is back.
They got a Bob's in the airport now. Oh, that's Boba.
World has changed, Dad.
Bobby wants to bring that new girl over for dinner.
The Vegas? What the hell am I supposed to feed her?
Can't we just put some grass in a bowl?
From Mike Judge and Greg Daniels.
Ready to make some memories, Dad?
Let's freaking go.
A Hulu original series, King of the Hill. All episodes now streaming on Hulu.
710 ESPN.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
ESPN 710 Los Angeles Sports.
And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland is on for your Friday afternoon.
Mason, Ireland, best show on the radio.
Here we go, an F It Friday, a Feel Good Friday, a Football Friday, sucker. The Hall of Famers are on. Of course, Johnny I's vacation continues. He'll be back Monday. But here today, Sua Cravens. You'll hear Sua, part of our USC coverage tomorrow and part of our Rams coverage on Sunday. And by the way, Sua Cravens staying at the East Central Hotel tomorrow night. Sua, remember what those middle towels are used for, brother. Have fun. We will be all over last night's opening night kickoff in the NFL. Hopefully nobody will spit on each other like Jalen Carter spit on Dak Prescott. And the Dodgers, they get swept by the Buckaroos. What the F, man? What the F? And, of course, Rams kickoff on Sunday at SoFi against the Texans. What a show. What a Friday. Let's do it. The biggest show on the radio.
So with that said, let's get this show on the
Mason and Ireland with Sua Cravens. Your Friday afternoon right now.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You realize that's my mom, Sua? Who? This is my mom.
So with that said, let's get this show on the
Way to go, Mom.
Yeah.
So what's up?
Right.
Right. Yeah.
You see,
right.
You see what Chris just did to me, right?
I know. You see.
Don't even, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not even going to do it.
Yeah.
It's not any.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are those towels used for?
Huh?
What were those towels used for?
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to get them back. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah,
I'm here a long time.
Do it.
Don't even worry about it.
So we got so much coming up today. Thanks a lot for listening. Thanks a lot for watching. Hottest show on YouTube. You can follow us on the ESPN LA YouTube channel. And by the way, reminder, we always give you a little sneak preview, bonus content about 10 minutes before noon every day. So go to the YouTube channel and you can take a look at that. Sua, football season last night, the opener. What surprised you other than the guy, Jalen Carter, spitting?
Yeah. Dak looked really good. Really good.
Yes.
Dak did not lose that game last night. He did everything he possibly could have. He made the throws.
Yep.
He escaped the pocket. He had one play where he should have been sacked once, twice, maybe three times,
Yep.
broke away, first down. Like everything you expected from a franchise quarterback to lead a team to victory, Dak did. Great week one performance.
So what can we draw from this? So one thought was maybe the Eagles aren't likely to repeat at all.
You know, week one, I saw something on Good Morning Football today, and I agreed. Week one is an imposter. Week one.
Yeah, I love the imposters. They're fun, though. It's fun to talk about imposters.
You can't get the answers you're looking for. And I just feel like the Cowboys got better, but also the Eagles' defense cannot live in man like they have or did last year. Vic Fangio, I had him in Denver. He loves the guys that are cerebral, smart, can audible, do things on the fly, but he also loves people when everything's against the fan or your back's against the wall in crunch time. Can I go man and trust you to be out there? Sometimes I might just need to go cover one for 3 straight plays. Can you do it? And we saw yesterday the Cowboys with that addition of George Pickens does not allow a team that goes man to run it and stay in it comfortably, because if you're going man, that means there's a single on either side. And with Pickens being able to go deep, stresses that safety, and CD was eating all night long.
CD was so big last night until he wasn't.
Yeah.
So big until he wasn't.
Yeah.
Because there were catches there. Obviously, the one that bounced up into the air, that one, you got to make that catch. You got to make that
He had
catch.
about 3 or 4 drops in the second half where the game might be different if he hangs on some. He also would have had like 200 yards receiving.
Yeah.
He was going ham in the first half.
So let's talk about the Jalen Carter part of this. Before even the first play from scrimmage, Jalen Carter of the Eagles, who previously was best known as the guy who got to Matthew Stafford near the end of that game last year, in the 29-20. It was going to be 29-28. I had the Rams winning that 29-28. But he made the big sack on Matthew Stafford last year. Last night, spits at/on Dak Prescott. Now, what? First of all, I think there is nothing more disrespectful than spitting on somebody.
Spitting on me is worse than slapping my face.
Yeah.
You spit on me, there ain't no telling what my reaction. I know what my reaction will be, but like the level of anger that comes with being spat on, that is, first of all, it's disgusting.
It's so disgusting.
But as a man, you're told at a young age, hey, you don't do that.
Yep.
That's line you don't cross.
Right.
And he didn't even think twice about it. And now there's justification of Dak spat first.
Yeah, by the way, M's a big Dak spat first person.
Okay. So here's the situation. We've seen it from the
old Dak
Prescott first. Dak Prescott looks at Jalen Carter, makes eye contact with him, kind of nods a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Foam and spit comes out of his mouth in the direction of Jalen Carter, and it doesn't have to land on him in order to be directed towards Jalen Carter. So, like you said, spitting is the lowest form, you think the least of that person you're spitting on.
No question.
So Dak, I believe, was spitting in the direction of Jalen Carter, and Jalen Carter reacted to that.
Yeah, okay.
Right. We have to be very careful with our vernacular and vocabulary here because you're right. 100%. Dak, part of his trash talking was to spit at the ground in his direction like, yeah, that's how I feel about you. However, the key word missing here is spat on.
Yes.
I said to the direction of.
So to the direction of is not on.
Right. You're not saying that excuses spitting on Dak Prescott.
No, I do think that you
think it excuses spitting on Dak Prescott?
I think that you expect something to come your way when you spit into the direction of someone else.
That spitting in the direction of someone else is 100% part of his trash talking. I'm not denying that. He did that purposefully. However, Dak did not cross the line of spitting on someone because in the court of law, if me and you are in an argument and I spit on the ground next to you, I've done nothing to you. But if you spit on me, you've now assaulted me, and I can defend myself.
Assault is a far word.
No,
it's quite literally is the law.
I think spitting on someone is assault.
It quite literally is the law.
Yeah.
Only because I had some little run-ins in my time.
So spitting run-in or two?
No, I got in a little.
But if someone, say, instead of Chris saying the towels thing, he spat in the direction of you. You would feel a certain way.
I would feel a way, and I'd say, Chris, I bet you won't spit anywhere near me and get and approach him. And I bet he would not spit again. Because there's that line that as men you don't cross unless you are accepting what comes next. And in this instance, on the football field, everybody spits. Everybody talks crazy. Sometimes you'll get in a dude's face, and as he's talking crazy to you, some spit will land on you. That's not getting spat on, though.
And by the way, according to U.S. criminal law, spitting at someone or on someone is viewed as battery.
All right.
It's assault.
It's assault.
Assault. So I don't think that Jalen Carter did what was right. I don't think he did something that is.
He was
good.
100% wrong.
Yeah, I think it's
no
wrong thing to spit on someone,
but
he was provoked.
But are we
spit.
children? Are we? If somebody says something to me that I don't like, am I now justified to go physically assault this person because you made me feel away? Because I'm not emotionally mature enough to be like, we're in a game. This is week one. We're rivals. We haven't even started. You know what? Because you spat, I'm going to try my hardest to hurt you the moment I can sack you.
Yes.
Because that's how I get back. But unless I'm just a toddler that throws a temper tantrum and can't control myself, you do what Jalen Carter does and spit on someone.
Right. Brian Cohen, are you part of the Dak spat first crowd?
I
I mean, he did do it, but it was just a natural sports act. You know, like, yeah, you're just spitting your trash talking.
Pitchers do it all the time to batters.
Yeah,
all the time.
It's something, like he said, too, 1,000 times a game he does it kind of like that. So it's just a natural thing to be spitting like that outside. I don't think he was doing it like Jalen Carter is 10 times worse.
Oh, yeah. No question.
I will say one thing. Sorry, before we move on from this. I just
From
think
Dak spitting and Jalen Carter responding, yes.
Here we have
Spitgate.
is that
Spitgate.
there are plenty of things that happen on a football field that if we did it out in regular life would be assault. But it is a part of the game. You're saying spitting is part of the game. But I can't go and tackle somebody in regular. I can go to the Ritz-Carlton next door and go tackle somebody.
But I think you said it. I would rather get slapped.
I've played a lot of football.
Spat on.
I've never been spat on in my life. I've played a lot of football. I have not ever been spat on. Because we know what comes with it. In the locker room, you know what comes with doing certain things. You don't cross that line right there unless you're saying, not only do I care less about you, I don't think you're going to either do anything about it or I'm not afraid what you try to do about it because I'm ready to go there. So at that point, it's not even about football anymore. So never have I ever.
And, you know, I'm oftentimes stuff happens and we say it'll follow you the rest of your life. When I hear Jalen Carter's name, I will always think that's the guy that spat at Dak.
It's like Draymond, like you're a Hall of Famer, but I'm always going to associate you stepping on people's private parts.
Right.
In the postseason.
Yeah.
I'm going to associate that every time with you.
It will follow him around. It says who you are as a person.
You're a Hall of Famer. You're one of the greatest Golden State Warriors of all time.
Yep.
You're also a dirty player.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
Yeah. I think that would have been a much different story had Jalen Carter played the game last night.
I think the Eagles blow the gates off
I do
Dallas.
too.
They can't run the football. I think Dak's kind of running for his life.
Yep.
I think CD doesn't get as many opportunities as he does because Dak can't sit in that pocket. Yeah, Jalen is easily the best defender on the front seven.
Yes.
And for you to do that, you just completely turned your back on your team. And I'm not going to lecture you. Like, I'm sure he understood that. I'm sure Coach already got after him a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, he apologized.
But come on now. We're grown men.
Yeah.
Come on now.
And by the way, a point of NFL history is that Jalen Carter's ejection marks the fastest player ejection in NFL games since 2005. So in 20 years, fastest ejection.
He set a record.
He's filling Ndamukong Suh's shoes.
Yeah. So you play fantasy, right?
Yes.
How did your fantasy roster turn out?
A plus draft rating.
ESPN said A plus.
Yahoo
said A plus.
Yeah.
Wow.
A plus. I was the third pick.
I get a good solid C from ESPN. Good solid C.
It's because you drafted Justin Fields as your starter. That's why.
No, I didn't.
Oh, a revelation.
No, it was a total deke move. I was never going to take Justin Fields.
So you were just talking people into.
Because I have people in the draft that are listening.
Oh.
So I'm like, all the information I threw out, it was just all lies, trickery, and deceit.
So you little fingered your way through the draft.
Yes, I did. Good
Wow.
reference. Little finger.
Wow.
Yeah. So Matthew Berry, we do this every single year, the talented Mr. Roto. We send him blind my fantasy football roster and Ireland's fantasy football roster. Then he reaches the conclusion who had the better draft.
Yeah.
So Matthew is going to join us coming up next. And do you want me to do the cue now or wait to do the cue? We're just talking through this. Wait to do it or do it here? All right.
Let's do it
Let's
now.
do it here. All right. Caller number 7 right now. Whenever Matthew's on, it's brought to you by Fantasy Springs Casino out in Palm Springs. You can win a Fantasy Springs weekend getaway prize pack upon confirmation of eligibility. Caller number 7 right now, 877-710-ESPN. My mom is probably sitting at the slots at Fantasy Springs Casino right now. You're lucky if you're calling number 7, and we're lucky because Matthew Berry's coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen.
And ESPN LA is the new home of the Rich Eisen Show in the Southland.
Bill Burr, what'd you think of Bill Belichick's first game as head coach of North Carolina?
What'd you think of Joe Namath on the Rams? What'd you think of Johnny Unitas on the Chargers? What happened to that guy?
The home of USC football, and now the home of the Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, 710 ESPN, and always on the new ESPN LA app.
Ever feel like the road is out to... Thankfully, Hyundai is always working to ensure it doesn't, with over 130 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006. IIHS Top Safety Awards include Top Safety Pick and Top Safety Pick Plus awards to Hyundai vehicles from 2006 to 2025.
Now for a limited time, get 1.99% APR on the Hyundai Tucson or Tucson Hybrid. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end September 30th. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Hey guys, Cappy here. When disaster strikes, you expect your insurance company to be there for you, but often they look for ways to underpay your claim. If you're feeling abandoned, pushed to use low-rated contractors, or ignored after years of loyalty, we protect homeowners from the games and fine print that insurance companies are known for. Contact Avner Gatt, one of California's largest public adjusting firms. Visit avnergatt.com or call 818-917-5256. With a team that has the industry's know-how, including experience from the insurance side, Avner Gatt is ready to fight for you. With over 20 years of experience, they offer a free initial consultation and have the largest network of experts to evaluate your damages. Remember, size, experience, and expertise matter. Don't let your insurance company leave you in the dark. Call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256, or visit avnergatt.com today. Avner Gatt, your claim, our game.
Did you know that Children's Hospital Los Angeles offers more state-of-the-art cell and gene therapies than any other pediatric hospital on the West Coast? These breakthrough treatments are rewriting the playbook for serious diseases like cancer, Duchenne muscular dystrophy, hemophilia, and sickle cell disease, helping kids walk, run, and go for their goals. So put your child on the West Coast #1 team for cell and gene therapy. To learn more, visit chla.org.
Lil Wayne presents the Carter 6 Tour.
5, 4, 3, 2, I let one go.
Live at Crypto.com Arena, Friday, September 12th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
I've been feeling those good vibrations all summer long. Turns out my car needs new shocks. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Gavin DeGraw brings the greatness this Saturday.
Number 2.
Claim your free Retro Van Bluetooth speaker September 9th when you earn 500 points on your rewards card.
And the number 1 reason.
Turn fantasy into reality when you host your league's fantasy football draft party at Morongo.
Morongo, good times.
Empower.
Jen has ordered a decadent seafood tower, king crab legs, lobster tails, and a waterfall of caviar. Pricey? You bet. But Jen worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy and planned for splurges like these. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Ooh, champagne. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. OMG, those shrimps are really jumbo.
The post-crib assembly press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Michael, you had some trouble putting the crib together today. What went wrong?
You know, those instructions can be tough, and, well, you saw the outcome.
Were you upset when your wife pulled you and called in the backup?
No, I mean, the baby needs a crib to sleep in, so whatever it takes.
You've got a changing table to put together next. It's got a lot of drawers. What's your comment?
You know what? We're done here.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
And it is the biggest show on the radio, Mason in Ireland. And you know you can always watch the show on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. But Mason doesn't like when the social media team that runs the show on YouTube isn't paying attention in the back.
Tell those guys behind you to pay attention.
Yeah, tell them to pay attention. I mean, they're YouTubing us. Why are they not listening to the show, damn it? We're not even... Look, we're talking about listeners. We can't even carry their guys that are 2 rooms over.
I mean, I think they're supposed to pay attention. I think.
Are we not holding your attention?
Mason in Ireland continues right now on 710 ESPN and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Hey, it's Friday. Football Friday. Sua Cravens is in for Ireland. This, Sua, is a tradition unlike any other. Every year after our fantasy football draft, Ireland and I are in the same league. We take the rosters blind, send them to Matthew Berry. He tells us who had the better draft. And joining us right now is the talented Mr. Roto, Matthew Berry. Matthew, how are you, man?
I'm good, guys. How are you?
How was the game last night for you?
Long. You know, it was exciting, but, you know, we had the weather delay, and so we were at the stadium till like 1 a.m. like everyone. So it was a long night, but obviously exciting. The NFL is back. That's great. I thought, and I thought, it's filled with weirdness and drama and, some amazing plays and some tough plays, and Jalen Carter is insane and,
insane, yeah.
Yeah. So,
do you think
but
he
anyway,
gets
so it was a lot of fun.
Matthew, do you think he gets a suspension, Jalen Carter?
I don't. I mean, I suppose there's a chance, but I think, because he basically missed the entire game, I think he gets fined. But because he's already missed the game, so that's quote unquote sort of a suspension, and because Dak admitted to he wasn't at Jalen Carter, but he did spit. He spit on the ground and sort of near Jalen, and so Jalen interpreted that as he was being spit on. There's a reasonable explanation as to why he did what he did, and so I think the league will. Again, I'm not an expert here, but my guess is that the league will say, all right, that's a reasonable explanation as to why Jalen Carter did what he did, and he's already been punished. We'll fine him. They'll fine him some money, but he's already missed a game, so hard to see them, wanting him to miss another game. But again,
so you're part of this
know.
Dak spat theory.
Yeah,
the old Dak spat first.
No, I'm not. I don't think that. No, I mean, you
spit
can see
apologists.
he spits on the ground. He wasn't spitting at Jalen Carter.
Right.
No, what Jalen Carter did is unacceptable. But I'm just saying there's a reasonable explanation as to what provoked him. From his interpretation, again, justified in any way, shape, or form. I am Team Dak Prescott on this one, and I think what Jalen Carter did is reprehensible. You should never spit on another human being. But I'm just saying that, like you're asking me, do I think he gets suspended? I don't think the league wants – that's my guess. It's entirely a guess, is that
you said
they
it.
fine him, but they say, yeah.
You said it at the end right there. I don't think the league wants that, and I'm a conspiracy theorist. So I believe because the Eagles are playing the Chiefs next week, that whole here's the script. Jalen Carter suspended before he plays Patty. Jalen doesn't have the advantage over Patty in their only matchup before a playoff game.
Okay.
Twitter loves to go crazy.
I think he's going to get suspended because everything I've heard from NFL analysts this morning in particular is that the emphasis from the league on sportsmanship is real. That was on every conference call with every announcer.
And we saw some flags in last night's game.
We saw like a little taunting thing.
And it felt a little premature, but they're being sticklers about it. Yeah.
All right, so Matthew, we do this.
Sure. The only argument there is that he quote unquote already was suspended. He missed an entire game. That's the argument. So is it a multi-game suspension is what the NFL has to decide.
Right.
And maybe they will.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So every year we do this. We've got my fantasy football roster, Ireland's fantasy football roster. One of them is headed up by Kyler Murray at quarterback. The other is Patrick Mahomes at quarterback. Whose roster do you like, John? Or John? John's not here. Whose roster do you like, Matthew?
They're both really good.
Yeah.
I
good.
think both teams were. I actually think both teams did a really nice job of drafting. As you know, I hate this league that you're in.
Yes.
For listeners that are unfamiliar, you guys have been in this league forever. You have to draft 3 quarterbacks. There's all these weird rules to the league. So anytime you evaluate a draft, you always have to do it within context. And so I have to take your league's rules into context when I evaluate the draft. And so given that, the team that is quarterbacked by Kyler Murray is my favorite. So the team that is quarterbacked by Kyler Murray has strong running backs: Chase Brown, Ashton Genty. I think Woody Marks and Joe Mixon. We'll see, but Woody Marks is a nice sleeper. Cam Scatterbo as well. And then there's really nice strength here in the wide receivers: Marvin Harrison, T. Higgins, Travis Hunter. Love Jamison Williams as well. And so that's strength right there. Marvin Mims is a nice sleeper. I like him a lot. So just a lot of guys that I like. And then the quarterbacks, Caleb Williams, obviously Kyler Murray, and then Jackson Dart, who I think does start. And when he does start this year, he's going to be a really good fantasy factor. So you've got 3 guys there, in Caleb Williams, Kyler Murray, and Jackson Dart, who run. So that is my team that is my favorite. Mace.
Okay.
Is that yours or is that John's?
What do you think?
I think that's John's.
No, that is mine. That is my roster. Yeah. In fact, I was talking up Justin Fields all last week. I think even when you were on Tuesday, never was I going to take Justin Fields because I know people from our league listen. So I was just like throwing stuff out there, trying to trickery and deceit, and ultimately ended up with Kyler Murray and Caleb Williams, who I think is going to be really good this year. As Sue, we were talking off the air, threw for 3,700 yards last year. I mean, he really, really good, solid guy who I think is going to surpass 4,000 this year.
I could not agree more. Caleb Williams is on my preseason love list. No team in the NFL improved their offensive line this offseason more than the Chicago Bears. Last year, when you gave Caleb and by the way, it was a broken offense, and the coaching staff is in disarray. But last year, when Caleb Williams actually had time to throw, he made all the throws that we saw in college, right? He was great. And so giving him time to throw, a real play caller in Ben Johnson, I think the addition of Colson Loveland to a receiving core that has DJ Moore and Roma Dunze and Cole Kmet. Like, I think Caleb Williams, who very quietly is better with his legs than he gets credit for. I think he had 6 different games with over 30 rushing yards last year, maybe 7. So he gets you points with his legs that people in fantasy don't really realize. So I'm with you. I think Caleb Williams has a big year. Digging into John's team, I'll tell you why I picked your team, Mace, over John's team.
Okay.
John has Mahomes, great. Running backs, Pacheco and Kyrie Williams, great. Wide receivers, Devontae Adams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Matthew Golden, certainly like that. But then, you sort of get into it, and he has 2 players that I like a lot this year. He has Tyler Warren. I'm obsessed with Tyler Warren, the rookie tight end for the Colts. I think he has a monster year. And he has Jalen Warren, starting running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers. But the problem with John's roster is your dumb league that you guys are in. One of the rules that drives me crazy about your league is that you have to set your lineup on Friday. And you can't make any pickups once the lineup is set on Friday.
That is
correct. That's still the rule, right?
Yeah. That is still the rule.
So, which is insane to me. But then, so we sit here and think about this. Pacheco dealt with Siri, right? Kyrie Williams, who's been banged up. Devontae Adams on the wrong side of 30, right? Hollywood Brown dealt with a lot of injuries. Nick Chubb, a lot of injuries. So it's just like you're dealing with players, because of the way your rule, you just don't have any leeway. So these guys that'll go into Sunday with a questionable tag, and he's got a lot of them, I feel like, just concern me when I'm comparing it to your team, Mace, as well. We love Kyron Williams, right?
Yes.
I think Pacheco has a decent year, but, again, Williams has missed games every year of his NFL career. And so there's just more risk here with this team than I think than with your team. So that's the concern.
Well, I am really not surprised at all because we were talking about our rosters yesterday. Everybody gave me a B. I actually gave myself a B+. The plus is because of me. Ireland's roster, I knew he went Mahomes in the first round, Matthew.
No. I will say that I think Mahomes, we've talked about this on my show on Fantasy Football Happy Hour, is that I think, and I have a stat to back, Mace. This is just a gut call.
Okay.
I think Mahomes goes scorched earth this year. I think he's sick of, the last image everyone has is just getting his butt kicked in the Super Bowl by the Eagles and people, saying that they were lucky and the dynasty's over. And so I think Mahomes is just like, all right, screw you guys. I'm going to show everyone I'm going scorched earth this year. We are throwing it all over the place. Once Rashee Rice gets back and if Hollywood Brown can stay healthy, big if, but with Brown, Rice, and Xavier Worthy, along with obviously Kelsey, some of the other weapons they have, he's got as good a complement of receivers as he's ever had in his career. And I don't know. I think he wants to prove a point this year. So
okay, so I got to ask you this. This is really weird. But earlier this week, Brian Cohen, our associate producer, asked us what we thought of you being the voice of Bane in the new Lego movie. Now that is Matt Berry, the actor, not Matthew Berry, the talented Mr. Roto. But we had a whole conversation about you being Bane.
That's amazing. So that happens a decent amount. There's a British comedian / actor named Matt Berry. I believe he's at Porksmith on social media, at least on Twitter and X. And he's done a bunch of different things and the voice of a bunch of different things. He's in the SpongeBob movie as well.
He did What We Do in the Shadows, which is a great show.
Yep.
I love that.
For sure. Exactly. Really talented guy. I get his residuals all the time. And I'm sure he gets mine as well. And we just get confused. And for a long time, we were both at CAA, which is an agency in LA. And so I think it just gets all mixed up. And to this day, I have not been able to fully get the Writers Guild of America and the Screen Actors Guild. I'm a member of both because of various things I've done in my career to totally figure out which is the Matt Berry, the British Matt Berry, that was the voice of Bane, and me, Matthew Berry, who's the NBC sports analyst, but did have a career in show business and has written movies and TV shows and had a cameo in Avengers and a cameo in The League. And so it's my weird career and our similar names has confused a bunch of people.
Well, if they did come to you and say, we need you to be the voice of Bane, do you even have an impression of Bane?
Not a good one. Not a good one. They would be wrong to do that. It's sort of like what is it? What's the line? The Hope line. It's like God, I'm blanking on the spot here.
The Hope line.
Yeah, there's a Bane. He's just like, oh, you've got to give them hope, or whatever. Whatever. When they're on the, it's terrible.
You took a shot. You get points for taking a shot.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
Hey, Matthew, we love having you on every single week during the football season. Thank you for choosing my roster over John's. By the way, we play this weekend, Ireland versus Mason, first week of the fantasy football season.
Let me ask you a question before you go, Matthew. Rams
what do you got?
Or Chiefs defense?
Rams or Chiefs defense?
Rams are playing Houston. Chiefs are playing Chargers tonight.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm thinking that through. I think I'm going with the Rams defense. I'm nervous about that. I'm nervous about the Texans offensive line. Christian Kirk isn't going to play. I don't know what Nick Chubb has in the tank. So I think the Texans are going to be a fairly one-dimensional offense this weekend. I'm not convinced they're going to be able to run.
Forcing targets to Nico Collins.
Yeah, they're going to force targets to Nico Collins. And so I do think just offensive line issues for the Texans and the lack of a consistent run game. By the way, the Rams are generally pretty tough to run on as well. So yeah, give me the Rams. I think there's the other thing here. What I'll just say is that it's the Brazil game tonight. And man, just weird stuff happened. It's a international game on a Friday night. It's just weird. This could be a very high-scoring game. I don't know.
You just stay away from that game.
Yeah, I'm staying away from it. But defense, just because I don't know. Hopefully they made improvements. But do you remember the Brazil game last year where the field was terrible?
Yep.
And people were slipping, sliding all over the place. And so when a field is that bad, it favors the offensive player because they know where they're going, right? And so, for a defensive player who's trying to keep up with a wide receiver or even a running back, when they're cutting and you're trying to cut and you don't have that strong footing, especially when you've got speedsters, when you've got guys like Xavier Worthy that all they need is a step and then they're gone. I don't know. I just and by the way, same with some of the guys on the Chargers side, right? Whether it's McConkey, we'll see if Trey Harris, the rookie, gets some love, or KLS, our 5th round draft pick. I think you'll see some Keenan Allen tonight. I don't know. It's a weird game that, on the borderline calls, I want to stay away.
All right. Hey, Matthew, thanks a lot for doing this today. Thank you for choosing my roster, and we will talk to you next week for a little this or that.
See you next week, guys. Good luck this weekend, mate.
All right. Thank you very much. There's Matthew Berry, the talented Mr. Roto. So who's your quarterback you running with, Sua?
My quarterback is the only Lamar Jackson.
Oh, well.
Yes.
Hell.
Yes. That was my second pick. So
second round pick?
14-team league.
Yeah.
You got to be smart.
Yeah.
And if you're going high with quarterback, it better be either Lamar or Josh Allen.
I sat back till the 7th round on a quarterback.
Yeah. Some people did that.
I'm nervous when attacked because I saw Bo Nix there. All of a sudden he's gone. I'm like, where am I going to go? I'm really happy with where I wound up, though.
Yeah, no, that was kind of the logic. Once Lamar and Josh Allen were gone, they were like, all right, no point to pick a quarterback.
Exactly. Just let it go. All right, coming up next for you, Ramona sat down with Steve Ballmer last night, who is clearing up, I'm using air quotes, clearing up what has been happening with Kawhi Leonard. Plus, the Rams are back at SoFi. Don't miss Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, Jared Verse, and your Rams as they kick off the season this Sunday, September 7th. Against the Texans. Grab your seats now. Rams.com/HOUSTON. Mason and Ireland. Sue is in for John. 710 ESPN.
The 12th annual SoCal Hyundai ESPN LA Golf Classic.
Presented by Coors Light and Vista Paint.
Happening Friday, September 12th at Black Gold Golf Club in Yorba Linda. With special thanks this year to
Sunday Swagger. Come for the prints, stay for the feel. Sunday Swagger delivers buttery soft, breathable polos and button-ups with 4-way stretch. Built to move from the first tee to last call. Find yours at sundayswagger.com.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Chris Morales here. So many things, big and little, make you uniquely you. Your hobbies, dreams, career, family, and more. Addiction to drugs, including opioids and stimulants, can strip these away from you. This National Recovery Month, recover your life. Choose treatment for drug addiction and get back to what matters most. Find a provider and proven treatment option that's right for you. Recover you at choosechangeca.org.
Hey, soccer fans, are you ready for a shot at some serious soccer excitement? San Antonio Cardinale Wine is giving you a chance to win tickets to a major upcoming soccer game. Imagine being there live, experiencing the thrill of world-class soccer firsthand. It's easy to enter. Just visit soccerdreamticket.com. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity from San Antonio Cardinale, your perfect game day wine. Head to soccerdreamticket.com now for details and your chance to score big.
All right, guys, I'm here with the Crazy Hernandez brothers from Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. Okay, I understand that, you guys obviously have dealt with contractors, wholesalers, but is there a project too big? Is there a project too small for you guys?
No, not at all. No project's too small or too big. We could handle anything you need.
Are you kidding me? With as much as people love their pets now, people come in for carpet for their doghouse. So we can do a project that small, and we're happy to do that.
For the best prices on hardwood carpet and more, call 866-62-FLOOR.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino. Join Travis Rogers, Sua Cravens, and me, Chris Morales, this Sunday, September 7th for the ESPN LA Rams postgame show live from Hollywood Park Casino. Win prizes like signed sports memorabilia and tickets to an upcoming ESPN LA sporting event. While you're there, enter for a chance to win a brand new Pedigo e-bike. Hollywood Park Casino is LA's hottest card room and the only place where you can party and play 24/7. Hollywood Park Casino must be 21 and older. See you there Sunday.
Whoa! Jason Kelsey just found out that NFL Sunday Ticket now lets you subscribe month to month.
Yeah!
He just realized you can join and cancel anytime.
Ha-ha! Now that's what I'm talking about.
Now he just found $1 in the sofa.
Yeah!
And he just saw a great parking spot open up. Look, just because Jason's easily excited doesn't make NFL Sunday Ticket month to month any less great. Right, Jason?
Yeah.
Get NFL Sunday Ticket month to month and cancel anytime. Woo! Sign up at NFLSundayTicket.com. Renews every month during the 2025 regular season. Cancel anytime. Terms and embargoes apply. No refunds. Commercial use excluded.
This college football moment is brought to you by ServPro.
College football teams have moments they recovered from and made it like it never even happened. Like on September 24, 2016, when Tulsa found themselves down 31-0 to Fresno State. With 10 minutes left in the second quarter, Tulsa fought back to tie the game at 41. And then won 48-41 in double overtime.
ServPro. Like it never even happened.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of your Los Angeles Rams. This is Mason in Ireland on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
Like I saw, we got a birthday today, right? The Freddie Mercury. His birthday. Iconic superstar who, of course, the movie, you saw the movie, right?
I love that movie.
Oh, the movie's
Great
so
movie.
good. Yeah.
Great casting.
And such, what's the, what do you think the best Queen song is? Best Queen song.
Ooh, You're My Best Friend?
You're my first. I'm Somebody to Love. I love
Yeah.
Somebody to Love. It's a great one.
That's what. Don't stop me now.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Which one is that?
Don't stop me
Because
now.
I'm having a good time.
That one.
Yeah, I love
Yesterday
that one.
we were doing this all. It took me a while to figure out a particular song. I just sort of kind of sang along for a while till people figured out what it was. But
my dad has a favorite Queen song. My parents' one of their favorite bands is Queen. And my dad's favorite song is Fat Bottom Girls, and he sings it all the time to annoy me and my sisters. But I also think that my little sister Maggie, for her wedding next year, I think she wants her first dance with my dad to be to Fat Bottom
that's
Girls.
so funny.
So
that is so great.
They make the rock and world go round.
So tonight we're going to be at Cosm. You're going to be at Cosm on Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Our Rams pregame is now at Cosm every Sunday. Tonight, me, Emily, DeMarco Farr, some listeners, some CHLA bidders, we're all going to Cosm in Inglewood to see The Matrix in shared reality.
I want to go, kind of.
Yeah, well,
I'm not gonna.
When you go Sunday, you can come tonight if you want to.
I'm not gonna.
Okay, but when you're there on Sunday for pregame, you can step into the dome and see exactly what we're talking about. The games are amazing at Cosm. Just look amazing. All right, so Kawhi Leonard has been a conversation point all week long because he was involved in tree planting, and, of course, the trees were never planted, the tree scandal, as I like to call it. And there is continuing information about this. First of all, Mark Cuban defending Steve Ballmer on a show with Pablo Torre, who finds out.
Because if Steve knew, and the minute he found out that this was falling apart and these guys were a scam, he'd say, let me invest some more money so you can pay off Kawhi so this whole thing goes away and there's no evidence of it any longer, and let's just erase all this from the books. You don't leave this outstanding debt out there. And particularly once you see that they're on a path to going broke, and, potentially you understand enough, and I think we've all had enough experiences with bankruptcies, that those creditors are going to become public. And because that's where you got the story, right? And so that's, the whole due diligence, smart enough to know, right? It applies to that as well. He's leaving himself so wide open in a way that he's going to be smart enough not to be if he's truly breaking the rules. If Ballmer was involved and he just immediately square the circle, to use your term, the minute things went sour, he's a fucking moron.
All right, so billionaires stick together. That's what I took from this. Billionaires stick together. If a billionaire gets in trouble, another billionaire is going to step up and defend him. He's defending Steve Ballmer. What do you think, Sua?
Yeah, I think he's trying to keep other things from getting out. It's kind of like
you think it's like throwing with Ballmer because there are skeletons in my closet?
Not just his. I think across the league. I think this is not an unfamiliar territory. I think owners across the league have all been like, okay, like we're all going to press the line a little bit. It reminds me of when Gruden was in trouble and all the owners were like, get him out. And he was like, oh, if you guys think you're going to do this to me, this little email list, I'm going to make sure everybody, you guys get yours too.
Everybody, yeah.
So, and I think that's when the owners were like, all right, let's just let it go away quietly and we'll pay him some money. And this all goes away.
Okay, so Momo sat down with Steve Ballmer, and this is Steve Ballmer talking about this particular scandal.
You never directed anyone from Aspiration to do an endorsement deal with Kawhi Leonard?
No, I didn't. And more importantly, we, the Clippers, did not. We didn't give him direction. We made an introduction as is appropriate under the rules. A lot of sponsors do like to, they call it activate by doing something also with players. We made the introduction, and that was that. Kawhi's business is Kawhi's business, but we've always done the right thing.
Okay. Who is on Team Ballmer now? Sue, are you on Team Ballmer? Do you believe he knew nothing? I know nothing.
Billionaires, they care about one thing, and that's that money.
Right.
And they got their eye on that money at all times.
Yeah.
And you're not going to tell me you didn't know $20, $30, $40 million was owed with your name on a creditor line and said, I had no idea of this.
Em, what do you think? Are you on Team Ballmer or Team, what would we call the other team? Team Tree.
Team Tree. I'm not on Team Ballmer. I'm kind of mostly team like super uber rich guy, generally speaking, because I think Mark Cuban is operating from a world in which billionaires are the smartest people.
Yes.
Billionaires only become billionaires because they are smart. Therefore, if he was involved, he would have done it smarter than this.
Yes.
I don't necessarily operate in that same world as Mark Cuban. Maybe I don't know as many billionaires and haven't been.
There's a lot of billionaires that were gifted
Exactly.
their money too.
Oh yeah.
But I think it's either he's so smart or he's not smart. I think that Steve Ballmer is so smart, but he's trying to push in the media away, be like, "Oh, I'm just a poor little billionaire. I got conned. Everyone gets conned." That's what I feel.
I got scammed. Yeah, he did not make a career out of getting scammed. He is Steve Ballmer. He is worth $100 billion, roundabout $100 billion. He's the 6th wealthiest man in the world, and there is no way he got taken to the
He's
cleaners.
paying the top financial firm and legal team to keep track of his books. This did not slip through the cracks.
And the top PR team to set up the lovely Ramona Shelburne, a very smart and capable reporter, to ask him hard questions. But it's a good PR move to say, I'm going to face the music. I'm going to go on ESPN and I'm going to face the music and control the narrative. But he also has the best PR to tell him how to guide the story.
Exactly how to work his way through it and try to mitigate what is clearly, to me, circumventing the salary cap.
This could be worse. You could be the owner prior to.
True.
You know, so it's not from his perspective. He's like, I'm not in the hottest of water.
Yeah, right. No, it's not that hot. It's not. But if I was like Dan Gilbert in Cleveland or Matt Ishbia in Phoenix or Wick Grossbeck in
pissed
Boston,
off.
I'd be pissed off that they're finding a way around this.
Finding a way to create a new salary cap to fit the roster that you can afford.
Right.
Which at this point is turned into baseball.
Because, yeah, exactly. Because let's face it, Steve Ballmer can spend everybody into oblivion, right? Spend everybody into oblivion. So this is a way where his money can matter. And by the way, Andy Kamenetsky was here yesterday. He says that on top of the $28 million, there was another $20 million in stock that was gifted, or he earned, whatever it was. He wasn't really doing anything, which is $48 million total, and that's very close to the $50 million that Steve Ballmer put into aspiration.
And we may get a resolution on this pretty soon because there's an owners meeting coming up in the next couple of weeks. Momo talked about it with him on the Sports Center because he says, if I was another owner, Steve said this, I would want them to investigate this to the fullest extent. So he's calling for it.
Do you think there will be any sort of litigation? Like, could somebody sue somebody? Because once you get into discovery and you start getting everybody's emails and everybody's memos, all the documents, things change. Do you think there will be any litigation?
I think so, because what Pablo can have access to is a smaller range of what Discovery can have access to. So I don't think this will be over in 2 weeks. I don't think this will be over, today. It's probably going to go into litigation, like you said, and be several months.
Yeah. All right, there you have that. Coming up next for you is Icebreakers. By the way, we got so much coming up. Kevin Demoff, CEO of the Rams, is going to be along a little bit later. We're going to do a gambling segment. Are you a big gambler, Sua?
No, I am not.
No, okay, but we're going to pick games against the spread no matter what.
You're going to have to tell me what that means.
Oh, no, come on. Come on. All that's coming up for you. In the meantime, this is an ad by BetterHelp. So we turn to some funny places for support. Not everyone is a therapist. Not everyone is the one. You can find the right match with BetterHelp. Quality therapists. BetterHelp therapists work according to a strict code of conduct, and they're fully licensed in the U.S. They've got over 30,000 therapists. World's largest online therapy platform. They've served over 5 million people globally. I've talked about it. I've been through it, man. Depression, anxiety, all that stuff. Trouble at work, trouble at home, whatever is going on. Therapy can change your life. You can find the right therapist right now with BetterHelp, and you get 10% off your first month of therapy at BetterHelp.com using code TIMEOUT. So it's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout. BetterHelp.com/timeout. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Find out what head coach Lincoln Riley has to say about the battle against Georgia Southern. Monday at 6 p.m. on a new edition of Trojans Live on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app. And you can watch the show on YouTube at USC Athletics. Head coach Lincoln Riley sits down on the official USC Coaches Show. Trojans Live, presented by Monster Energy. Monster Energy, unleash the beast. 6 p.m. Monday on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube. Don't miss Coach Lincoln Riley, Trojans Live. 6 p.m. Monday on ESPN LA.
Get ready, SoCal. The ultimate entertainment destination is opening soon. Hard Rock Casino to Home. just 30 minutes south of Bakersfield. Experience 24/7 gaming action, unforgettable dining, and live entertainment, all inside Hard Rock Casino Tejon. It's the new hotspot for ESPN LA fans. Whether you're celebrating a big win or just soaking in that Hard Rock energy, don't miss it. Hard Rock Casino Tejon. This is how SoCal plays.
You ever notice the harsh feeling and chlorine taste in LA's water? That's why I made the switch to Life Source Water. Their whole house water system gives clean, filtered water from every tap in my house. It's become our essential appliance we love using every day. With Life Source, you deal directly with their local factory. No middlemen, no hassle. Take advantage of a double dip in savings for up to $1,250 off. Call 800-WATER-99 or visit lifesourcewater.com. Warranty limitations apply.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Listen to Mason and Ireland, weekdays noon to 3 on ESPN LA.
And it is Mason and Ireland on ESPN LA. It's time for Icebreakers. Icebreakers made possible by Blue Ice Vodka, the finest vodka sourced from Idaho potatoes. Get it? Idaho, Johnny I, the Idaho compound. Enjoy Blue Ice Classic Vodka or their unique flavors like Huckleberry and Double Espresso. Find Blue Ice in stores and ask for them by name. Time for Icebreakers on Mason and Ireland. Take it away, producer Emily.
And before I take it away with Icebreakers real quick, this is just in from Kirsten Watson about 8 minutes ago.
Okay.
The Dodgers have announced that Shohei Ohtani will start today instead of Tyler Glasnow.
So he's going to start today?
Yeah, from Kirsten Watson about 8 minutes ago. So change of plans. He was originally supposed to do Monday against the Rockies.
Yep.
So clearly he's healthy enough for today.
Healthy
so
enough
that's
to
great.
go. All right, so Shohei Ohtani today in Baltimore.
Healthy enough to go.
Healthy enough to go. Maybe we get six innings out of him one of these days here.
Hopefully.
All right, Em.
Icebreakers.
Yep.
You have one guess. I'm going to try to get you guys to guess a famous person.
Yep.
And I have 10 hints for you. They get progressively more obvious.
Okay.
And you have one chance, but you want to guess with the most points possible because I am keeping track of it. So yesterday, Brian got it, but with 1 point.
1 point, Brian.
Not
Way to
great,
go.
but you got it.
I'm on the board.
You got, I believe, 5 points 2 days ago. So, we're trying to get as many points as possible. I will be keeping track.
Got it. Okay.
So, for 10 points. I was born in 2002.
Ooh.
Say that again?
Born in 2002.
Mm-hmm. Born in 2002. A palindrome.
Okay.
All right.
Got it.
I grew up, for 9 points, I grew up in Fullerton, California, to a pharmaceuticals company employee and a homemaker and former high school teacher. So those are my parents' jobs. My parents' jobs were as a pharmaceutical employee and a homemaker and former high school teacher.
Okay, doesn't help me. Fullerton's big, though. That's a big clue.
All right, for 8 points, I am a meme.
You're a what?
A meme?
A meme. Who is a meme? A meme.
All right, for 7 points, I was a two-way player in high school and to start my college career.
Okay.
All right. For 6 points. Come on, Sue. I think you got this. For 6 points, I am 6'6" and 235 pounds. Brian.
Is it Paul Skeens?
It is Paul
Oh, nice. There we go. Come on now.
There we go. Good job, Brian.
I think I'm going to pat myself in the back there.
What was the key to that?
The meme one kind of started it. Well, I knew he was around that age. The two-way is what really gave it away.
Yeah,
I just
right.
listened to the
Mookie Betts on base podcast.
Yep.
And he talked about that whole thing, how he was catching also in college and stuff like that. So
Cool.
I, by the way, watched the Dodgers lose to the Pirates and Paul Skeens last night, and I've got a scouting report. He real good, man. He is so damn good. I mean, he's the fastball is 100 plus. He's throwing the slider, the splinker. He's got all these pitches he's throwing,
And he's massive.
And he is a really big guy.
So I want to give you guys the rest of the hints and see where you might have gotten it
Okay,
if it would have been obvious for you. So I went to a service academy to start my college career. At my second school, I ended up winning a national championship. I have a very famous girlfriend who I met in college. There you go.
Yeah.
I'm the cover athlete for MLB The Show.
Yep.
I won NL Rookie of the Year in 2024, and I'm a pitcher for Pittsburgh, and my initials are PS.
I definitely would have gotten there.
I wouldn't have gotten into the show reference.
Yeah?
Yeah, I would have been okay at the famous girlfriend. I think I would have gotten that.
Yeah.
the 6'6" really gave it away too.
6'6"
That was like,
does
there's
give it
not
away,
too
yeah.
many guys in
All
baseball.
right,
That's all.
Icebreaker sponsored by Blue Ice Vodka, crafted in the heart of America from the finest Idaho potatoes, distilled for clarity and filtered for perfection. Blue Ice isn't just vodka, it's a statement. Sip chilled, mix bold, drink responsibly. Blue Ice Vodka, cooler by nature. All right, so huge football weekend here, and the Rams open up on Sunday. Now, you're in an interesting spot. You are the pregame, postgame guy for both USC and the Rams, which means all weekend long, Sua is going to be on the radio.
Yeah, I'm going to be pissing off L.A. all weekend
There
long.
you go.
Well, half of L.A., maybe just USC fans.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
tomorrow's the Clay Helton Bowl. Clay Helton, you played for Clay Helton.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so we've always said nicest guy in the world. He's an
Great
unbelievably
guy.
cool guy.
Great guy.
As a coach, how do you feel about him, especially now?
I mean, I'm not familiar with what he's doing in Georgia Southern or what he's been doing since leaving SC, but just not can't make the tough decisions. Just a people pleaser, wants the best for everybody, and genuinely cares maybe a little too much to the point where he can't do the entirety of his job as a head coach, at least for USC.
So he's got like no edge to him?
He shies away from the confrontation and tough decisions with maybe personalities on the team, maybe in media, maybe just doesn't say the things that maybe need to be said after games, just leaves fans wanting more. And USC fans talk so bad about Helton, and I don't understand it because I get he didn't take advantage of what he had. I mean, he had one Rose Bowl and then a Cotton Bowl appearance, but he didn't take advantage of what he had. But, however, was Helton ever expected to be the Pete Carroll, the savior for USC? Or was
you would
he
think
not the
they hired him to win.
No, not that
you
administration.
You think they didn't hire him to win? This is the Carroll Folt administration, right?
USC's administration, I think, what was it? Lynn Swann was the AD at the time.
Yes, Lynn Swann.
That this was a filler administration
But why
for
would
USC.
USC ever have a filler? Why would you not go out and get somebody? Why do you need a filler?
Because football wasn't the main thing at the time. And football wasn't the main thing when I was there. And it was about cleaning up the image of USC after all the damage of those sanctions so that we're looked at a certain way. And we would cover up things that were going on behind scenes on the field, in the locker room, and the coaching staff that obviously that everybody knows now, because for a certain period of time, it was all about control and image. And what head coach is going to allow others that are donating, in charge, to run the show? Clay Helton. Right. And that was their filler coach, and it worked until it didn't, and then fans said, make a change or else.
As a guy who did pregame, postgame when Pete Carroll was here, I don't think USC should ever have a filler coach, ever.
It happens.
I mean, I know, but why? USC, we're here to win.
Those sanctions really, and I hate using the sanctions as a crutch because it's 10-plus years later, but people don't understand, like, those sanctions did that damage for that amount of time that threw this program into a complete disaster. And it doesn't help that each head coach we brought in was getting fired a year or two into their tenure, so no real culture being built, no real consistent recruiting classes. And when we did get a consistent recruiting class, 2013, 2014, 2015, we saw Sark, who could have had a Ferrari, had to turn it over to Helton, who won a Rose Bowl with it.
Yeah, he did.
So we can act like we hate Helton and we don't like him.
I've never said I
it's
hate
just
Helton.
more for USC
I just
fans.
think if he was really a filler coach, memo to USC, you should never have a filler coach. The whole point is to win.
I signed off on his hire. At the moment, he was the guy. If it wasn't going to be Orgeron and Sark is gone, Who else were we bringing in at that time?
So I was at the famous Ogeron. You played on that team.
I played on that team.
One that beat Stanford, right?
Yeah. 10-win team.
Andre Hadari, I believe, was the guy
I had the pick to set up that field goal.
There you go.
Yeah.
So if you go back to that era, did you think Ogeron should have gotten the job?
We were guaranteed he'd get the job. We were promised he was get. When Ogeron took over for Kiffin.
Kiffin, yep.
We went on a winning streak. We lost this first game against Notre Dame, and then we went on a win streak. We won like 5 or 6 in a row.
Right.
And I remember we had a team meeting. The AD at the time, Pat Hayden, we're all in there, and we loved O. At this point, we would do anything for Coach O. And
everybody loved Coach O.
And we're told if we beat Stanford, O is our guy because Stanford was like number 5.
Oh, yeah.
I think they won the Orange Bowl that year.
Yep.
We upset them. We put Coach O on our shoulders and carried him off the field because we're like, y'all don't know. Y'all think we're excited because we beat the number 5 team Saturday night. We got our head coach that we wanted. And before the bowl game, we had a random team meeting. Coach O comes in with tears. We're in our meeting like, what's going on? Tears in Coach O's eyes. And it's the last time I saw him at USC.
Yep.
They lied to me, gentlemen. They lied to all of you. They're not bringing me back. So I will not be coaching the Vegas Bowl. And Helton coached the Vegas Bowl for us.
Wow.
And the amount of people that wanted to transfer did transfer.
Yep.
I tried to transfer.
So I know we're going to go up against the clock, all that stuff. So I was told that there were 3 finalists for the job at that point. Chris Peterson, Sark, and Coach O.
Yeah.
I was told that the presentation, each guy made a presentation, big PowerPoint, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, all that stuff. That Coach O walked in with a notebook and wasn't really prepared the way those other guys were. And, of course, it did not work where he went either. Do you think Coach O would have been successful long-term at SC?
Yes.
You do?
I think Coach O at that time, he had us bought in. That 2014 team, so much wasted talent, especially on the defensive side of the ball, where if we have Coach O there, and maybe, and I know Sark never would have did that, maybe if Sark was just the OC, maybe that was the recipe for success. But at that time, Coach O was our only pipeline to the South. We were getting guys like Leonard Williams on a D-line. He's still playing NFL top 100. Claude Pallone, Antoine Woods. We hadn't seen that size on the D-line since Coach O left. So, yes, I think he would have been successful, at least short-term future, the next 2 to 3 years. 10 wins at least.
Did not know about that promise.
Yeah, we were guaranteed it. And when he said that, we all cried. And we didn't even, I'm trying to tell you, half that, they almost lost that entire team before Sark got there.
Wow. All right, good insight there. We're going to do some sports graffiti now. Maybe you got a reaction to what is happening with USC. Obviously, should be a rollover tomorrow. Better be a rollover tomorrow with Georgia Southern in town and Clay Helton. Got the Rams kicking off on Sunday. Got Chargers kicking off tonight. Raiders on Sunday at New England. UCLA, if you're a Bruin, they're at UNLV. A game they really, if they don't win this one, the season goes completely south. It may have already, but the season really goes south if you don't win at UNLV. They struggled in their first week against, I think it was Idaho State. So all that stuff is on the table. 877-710-ESPN. 877-710-ESPN. P.S. The Dodgers got swept by the Pirates. 877-710-ESPN. Your calls coming up next. Mason and Ireland. Sue in for John. 710-ESPN.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station. This fall, it's more than just football season on 710 ESPN.
It's family season.
What would you say if somebody took a big bite of a sandwich and then put it back in the box and had all the other sandwiches around it?
The 710 crew is as close as it gets.
From sharing the mic to even sharing the same hamburger.
Mason bit into the burger. Chris then finished the burger.
The lineup kicks off with unsportsmanlike from 3 a.m. to 7 a.m.
Then Sedano and Cap bring you the morning show from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Plus, the YouTube-only hour from 9 to 10.
And I ate the burger.
The whole thing.
Ate the whole thing with the bite. Swap spit with Mason.
Right after, it's the Rich Eisen Show from 9 a.m. to noon.
Then it's Mason in Ireland, noon to 3.
Mason, what are you doing?
Shame.
Followed by the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show from 3 to 6 p.m.
But you'd eat a half-eaten sandwich. Yeah. That's gross.
It's the brand new football season lineup, and you're invited to the table.
Hey, soccer fans, want to be at the biggest match of the season? San Antonio Cardinale Wine is giving you the chance to win 2 tickets, plus flights and hotel to the final match of the season. Feel the roar of the crowd, the energy of every goal, and see who will raise the cup live and in person. Don't wait. Head to soccerdreamticket.com and enter now. That's soccerdreamticket.com. Brought to you by San Antonio Cardinale, the perfect game day wine. Enter today at soccerdreamticket.com.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
NFL fans, Week 1 is your shot to play free and stack $1 million cash bag with DraftKings Pick 6, an official partner of the NFL. Here's how. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app, DraftKings' easiest way to play fantasy. Enter for free and pick more or less on 6-player stats for Week 1. Share your link with friends to add more cash to the bag and get bonus shots to win. Hit all 6 picks and you'll be splitting the bag that's already at $1 million or more. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app, use code KSPN, opt in for free, and start stacking entries for NFL Week 1. Zero cost, huge upside, in partnership with DraftKings Pick 6. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 18 plus. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Void where prohibited. Must claim token for free entry in bag builder contest. Only perfect entries earn a share of the cash prize. Tokens are single use and expire September 8th at 8:15 p.m. Eastern. Terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
And it is 1 o'clock in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason in Ireland. And it's time for Let's Talk About It on Sports Graffiti, like we do every day at this time. Sponsored by our friends at BetterHelp. Mental health is health. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout today for 10% off your first month of therapy. BetterHelp.com/timeout. Now let's do it. Let's talk about it on Sports Graffiti on Mason in Ireland.
All right, lines open 877-710-ESPN. Not just any Friday, Football Friday and It Friday. Let's go to Ken in Newport Beach. I have a feeling I know what's coming. Ken, welcome. How you doing, man?
Hey, guys. Nice to hear from you. All right, I figured out what's wrong with the Dodgers.
Oh, good. Thank God.
5 sweeps. My dad brought us down here in 1958 from New Jersey. I went all the way back to 58 at the beginning. Couldn't find another time they were swept 5 times.
Yeah, 5
What's
sweeps.
going on?
They've been swept 5 times since July 1, right?
That's right. And Pittsburgh, it was 40 years ago. So they had the first or second best record in the major leagues the first half of the season. Now they're 7th best. What's happened? They're talking about missing leadership. I'm thinking you mean the leadership they used to get from Austin Barnes and Chris Taylor, and were thrown into the wind. They got nothing for them, and the 2 replacements both are hitting under 200. That kind of leadership? If that's the case, they need to take a good long look.
All right, Ken, I got one question for you, because we were talking about this before the show. If they were to call a team meeting, who would lead that meeting? Because I really don't have a handle on it. Who do you think would lead the meeting?
That's the problem. You would think it might be Mookie, but he's not that kind of guy.
Not that kind of guy.
Freeman, he's not that kind of guy. But the guys that were doing it before, especially Barnes and what's his name?
Taylor.
Taylor, they were leaders in the dugout, and they dumped them and got nothing back in return. And look at the difference in the record. It's immensely different.
All right. Ken, thank you very much. We always get a really bright, rainbows and unicorns kind of call whenever Ken actually dials us up. Let's go to Coach Dub in Anaheim. Coach Dub, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's up, man?
What's up, fellas? Hey, two things, okay? First off, I want to shout out all the programs today. Cali Ball versus everybody. Mater Dei is taking on Kahuku. Bosco is taking on St. Francis. And Olu is traveling to Arizona to play Basha. 2 weeks ago, all three programs traveled to Florida and smacked them. So it's Cali Ball on top. We're still waiting for Texas to respond. What you got, Texas? Number two, okay? I want you guys to understand, okay? Hassan Longstreet, that QB2 for USC is going to be the future. He's the next Heisman Trophy winner. The kid is electric, can run. He can throw it on a tightrope. I mean, I saw him live. The kid is amazing. Okay.
All right. Coach Dub, thank you. Yeah, Hassan Longstreet, I think, is the quarterback of the future at USC. But I think it's not going to be a Miller Moss situation this year. I think Jaden Maeva is going to finish the season as the quarterback, and I think he's going to put up huge numbers.
If Hassan Longstreet is in a quarterback battle with USC, that means that we are fighting for a bowl game.
There you go. Yeah. Let's go to Lewis in Valencia. Lewis, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, man.
Hashtag Sua for fill-in host Mandy of the year.
Second one, right?
Speaking into existence.
Let's go.
Dude, this is why we got to have you on more, man, because you speak the truth about SC. You're not just a homer. Man, I remember that Friday night hype video that they put out before Stanford, before you guys beat them, and the fact that they promised Orgeron the job. I mean, I think you can correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Deion Bailey leave for the NFL early? He would have came back if Coach O came back, but man, keep coming back. We gotta get you some more cash in your pocket. Keep coming back. I love when you're on, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be in Club 1923. Fight on.
All right, there you go. There's Lewis in Valencia.
I wouldn't say that I was the sole reason Deion left, but if Coach O came back, he would have sat down and listened to what he had to say. But a lot of people left once Coach O was not coming back.
I never heard this Coach O stuff. I remember being at that game. It's weirdly, it was the last football game that my dad went to in person. And it was such a great game. My dad, my mom was there, and my crazy Uncle Chuck and my aunt were there. It's such a memorable day. It was such an incredible finish, and everybody at the end doing the Coach O sign.
That's the game my mom got punched by a Stanford fan.
Is that right?
Yep. And then his friends got beat up by my family, and then Yellow Jackets had to pull me from the celebration. They're like,
"Damn,
your dad and brother's about to be arrested." They beat up some Stanford guys. It was a whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah, some Stanford fan was chirping my mom. I got the pick to set up the field goal, and he grabbed his girl, and on his way out, checked my mom, and my brother seen it, and by the time he can get to him, he was too far, but his friends were trying to follow behind him, so my brother connected with a few of his friends, and it was a whole thing.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right.
Sore losers.
Let's go to Parth in Irvine. Parth, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead.
Yo, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I want to ask, there's a lot of rumors about a biopic about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I want to see what you guys think, who would be a good casting choice there. I think a lot of people used to say Michael B. Jordan, but I think he might have aged out a little bit. So in my opinion, I think if he can do something about the accent a little bit, after seeing F1, I think Damson Idris would be the perfect choice. And also, real quick, Mace, stop the madness. Please move back to your normal seat for us YouTube kids.
Is it really throwing you off? Okay, got it. If they fix the mic, I'll move back. I think that when you do a movie about Kobe Bryant, I'm sure there will be one, you've got to cast an unknown in that role. Yeah, like if Michael B. Jordan, I don't know if he'd be a good match, or he would be Michael B. Jordan the entire movie. It's sort of like when they did Air, they did cast somebody. Actually, he was barely in it. They cast somebody as Michael Jordan, but it wasn't part of the plot. But you almost have to go with somebody unknown if you're going to make that movie. 877-710-ESPN. Let's go to Big Rob in Inglewood. Big Rob, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, man.
What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Hey, two things just real quick. First of all, Dallas, the city, their basketball team and their football team won both of the trades, getting rid of their best players. And the next thing, yes, Dallas will win a championship before the Lakers, okay? And the next thing I want to say is that Steve Ballmer, I don't think anyone is mad at him. If you're not cheating, you're not trying to win, especially rich guys. And you know what? The NBA is going to tread very lightly on this investigation, just like they did with the referees. They found out, hey, when you begin to dig, you know what? It's not just one. It may be all of them.
All right.
They may find out the truth about all the owners.
Big Rob already saying there's a cover.
Hey, I agree.
A scandal and a cover-up.
I agree. You can't dig too deep because then you're going to start getting everybody's skeletons. And if I'm in trouble and if I got to pay the piper, you best believe you're paying the piper too if I know your skeletons, and that's what's going to happen if they dig.
And by the way, Dallas did not win either trade. I mean, I cannot imagine who would look at that and say, yeah, the team that got Luka won the trade and the team that got Micah Parsons won the trade.
Especially with AD being hurt the first week of being there. It just... Yeah, no way.
Let's get one more in here. Let's go to Thomas in Pasadena. Thomas, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, man.
Last night, I think Jalen Carter, I think they should make an example out of him, especially for Little League players, big league players. What he did and they should force him to make a public statement to Dak Prescott. There was absolutely no need for his big ass to do what he did to Dak Prescott yesterday. They needed him, and he needs to be fined, suspended, and he needs to make a public apology to Dak Prescott.
Okay, Thomas, thank you. Now, he did apologize last night. It wasn't like a Dak, I'm sorry kind of thing. It was more like, I shouldn't have done it. If I had it to do over again, all that kind of stuff. But it wasn't really a full-on apology. I do think they should suspend him for a game.
I think he should be suspended at least one game. I don't think.
You think it'll happen or no?
I mean, he's been suspended for a game. So you
want
two games suspension?
No. You were ejected
not suspended
It
from a
was
game.
5 seconds into a game. He missed an entire game.
He's still going to get paid for that game. So you were not suspended.
Oh, interesting. So good point. He was paid for last night's game.
It's up to the team to decide if he's going to get fined.
Got it. That is a distinction.
It's not a suspension. It's PTO day.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's talk about it on Sports Graffiti, sponsored by BetterHelp. Mental health is help. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout today for 10% off your first month of therapy. How about a little action against the point spread? Let's do a little gambling next. ESPN Bets Tyler Fulgham is going to join us coming up next. Sua is in for Ireland today. By the way, he comes back on Monday. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Find out what head coach Lincoln Riley has to say about the battle against Georgia Southern. Monday at 6 p.m. on a new edition of Trojans Live on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app. And you can watch the show on YouTube at USC Athletics. Head coach Lincoln Riley sits down on the official USC Coaches Show. Trojans Live, presented by Monster Energy. Monster Energy, unleash the beast. 6 p.m. Monday on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube. Don't miss Coach Lincoln Riley, Trojans Live. 6 p.m. Monday on ESPN LA. Be sure to catch Let's Talk About It on Sports Graffiti, weekday afternoons at 1 p.m. on Mason and Ireland. Sponsored by BetterHelp. Mental health is health. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout today for 10% off your first month of therapy. BetterHelp.com/timeout.
I've been feeling those good vibrations all summer long. Turns out my car needs new shocks. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Gavin DeGraw brings the greatness this Saturday.
Number 2.
Claim your free Retrovan Bluetooth speaker September 9th when you earn 500 points on your rewards card.
And the number 1 reason.
Turn fantasy into reality when you host your league's fantasy football draft party at Morongo.
Morongo, good times.
You know that feeling. You're finally asleep and bam, a leg cramp comes out of nowhere. Look, I played through pain, but waking up with a leg cramp at 3 a.m., that sucks. So I don't mess around anymore. I keep Highland's Leg Cramps PM on my nightstand. No groggy side effects, no harsh meds, just a fast, effective relief that lets me sleep through the night without the Charlie horse surprise. Get the sleep you need with Highland's Leg Cramps PM. Get it today at Walmart, Walgreens, or CVS. Highland's Leg Cramps PM, because you don't need a midnight workout.
Hey guys, it's Sedano, and we got to talk about the new ESPN app. The most live sports, the best championship moments, and so much more. Monday Night Football, college football, NBA, WNBA, NHL, NWSL, college hoops, volleyball, softball, gymnastics, lacrosse. The list goes on and on. Plus, shows like SportsCenter with SVP, First Take with Stephen A., College Game Day, the entire 30 for 30 library. It's all of ESPN, all in one place. Sign up now.
Chris Morales here. Addiction to opioids and stimulants can strip away the things that make you uniquely you. This National Recovery Month, recover your life. Choose a proven addiction treatment option that's right for you at choosechangeca.org.
Hey, what's up? It's Sedano. I'm here with the crazy Hernandez brothers from Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. What if I'm at home, I'm like, I got to do this project, but I keep putting it off because I'm worried about the finances part of it. Like, what do you suggest those people do?
We all have a honey-do list, right? And you're the numbers guy. Your wife says, hey, I want to do this living room floor. You're putting it off because you're thinking it's going to cost me $5,000. Give us a call. Give me your square footage. You'll be surprised at what we can do for you.
A 5-minute phone call can save you thousands of dollars.
For the best prices on hardwood, carpet, and more, call 866-62-FLOOR.
Water, power, comfort. NextGen protects it all with the Home Hero Bundle. Do you like the taste of your water? If not, get your free alkaline reverse osmosis system when you install whole home water filtration. Clean, healthy water every tap. Add a heater treater for just $4.99 to shield your plumbing from hard water damage. And when you bundle in HVAC or electrical service, you'll save 10% instantly. One call, one team, total home protection. Call NextGen 833-3-NEXGEN or visit nextgenaaronplumbing.com today.
CSLB number 1011173.
With Robinhood, not only can you trade individual stocks and ETFs, you can also seamlessly buy and sell crypto at low costs. Trade all in one place. Get started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.
As a scientist, I can tell you that Sundays are only 24 hours long. But with NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV, you get every game every Sunday all in one place. That's upwards of 30 hours of NFL in one day. How can there be 30 hours in 24 hours, you ask? I have a theory. Magic. New users get NFL Sunday Ticket for 8 payments of $34.50 per month. Sign up at NFLSundayTicket.com. Local and national games on YouTube TV. NFL Sunday Ticket for out-of-market games excludes digital-only games and commercial use. Terms and embargoes apply. Availability varies.
And it is Mason and Ireland, your Friday. Sua Craven sitting in for Johnny I. Don't miss Sua. Part of our USC Trojans coverage. Coverage starts tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. on 710 ESPN and on ESPN LA. Sua does pre and post and our Rams coverage on Sunday, which begins at 11:30 a.m. Again, pre and post Sua. Pre and post Sua. But on this Friday, more of Mason and Ireland with Sua. 710 ESPN and always on the all-new ESPN LA app.
I just got a request from one of our regular listeners, and he asked for this.
It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday.
There you go. It's Friday, Football Friday. And joining us right now, Tyler Fulgham from ESPN Bet. Tyler, thank you very much for coming on. How are you, man?
Yeah, doing well. I appreciate you guys having me on. Excited for the start of the NFL season.
So you're a Rams fan?
Yeah.
When did you start as a Rams fan?
So I'm a St. Louisan. I was born and raised in St. Louis. The Rams came to St. Louis in '95. Had season tickets from the jump from '95 until about 2008 when I graduated college. So I was there through the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. That was the first championship I got to celebrate as a St. Louisan was when they won the Super Bowl in '99.
Now, did you stick with them when they moved to L.A.?
I am the rare St. Louisan. I may be a lone species, but I'm the rare St. Louisan who still roots for the Rams despite the fact that they left St. Louis. I get clowned all the time by friends and family at home, but you know, for many reasons we can get into at a later date.
Yes.
I'm still a Rams fan.
Okay, so Tyler, we've picked out some games we want to talk about, games against the spread. And we're going to do all the local teams. I want to start with USC versus Georgia Southern. It is the Clay Helton Bowl. USC, a 28.5-point favorite. Now, I was at that game last week. They covered that spread, I think, by the end of the second quarter, right? By halftime, they had covered that spread. What do you think tomorrow at the Coliseum?
Yeah, that was against Missouri State. So, again, another link to my home state of Missouri there. But I am inclined to lay it. It's a big number, but I do think Lincoln Riley in these games with a new-look team is trying to develop their confidence in offense, and he wants them to score 50, 60, 70 points. And I think they might be able to do it in this matchup. So if we're picking strictly the spread here, I would be more inclined to say lay those points with USC, though I think maybe the smart thing to do is just play their team total over because I think Lincoln will run it up.
Okay. UCLA, terrible first week. Just awful first week against Utah.
Yeah.
They are at UNLV, team that won 8 games last year, struggled with Idaho State in week 1. I don't know if there are any winners in this game, but UCLA is minus 2.5, so 2.5-point favorites at UNLV. I will tell you up front, I'm all over UNLV after watching UCLA in week 1. What do you think?
I lean the UNLV side as well. What's really scary to me here, guys, is that UCLA looks so bad in week 1. UNLV, Dan Mullen's their coach. Now, we know Dan Mullen's coaching the SEC. They have a wide receiver on their squad who's gone for $150 in both games. UNLV has kind of turned that program around in recent years. So why is UCLA favored on the road in this matchup? That should ring a bell for you. I don't love it maybe as much as what some other people do or what you would think because of the way the two teams have started the season, but I would lean UNLV as well in this spot, though it surprises me that UCLA is still favored.
Okay, Friday Night Football on YouTube. Kansas City Chiefs in Brazil versus the Chargers. KC, a 3.5-point favorite. Sewell, what do you think of that game? What do you think of the Kansas City Chargers game tonight?
I think Kansas City 3.5. That makes a little sense. Don't know what the offensive weapons are looking like on both sides of the field. You know, Chargers are they gonna try to run the ball?
Right.
Is Najee playing tonight? There's a lot of questions.
Najee is supposedly
he's supposed to be playing, even though he's not
playing.
technically all the way cleared, but they're letting him go out there on his own discretion.
Right.
The whole firework thing.
Exactly.
So, you don't know. A lot of question marks on offense. Rashee Rice is out. Pacheco's back as the first to start the season as a full-time starter. So, yeah, I'm leaning Kansas City.
Leaning Kansas City. What do you think, Tyler?
I'm leaning the other way. I'm leaning the Chargers, and I say that with this caveat. You know, betting on Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid has made a lot of people a lot of money over the years. That's a pretty good investment. Betting on the Chargers over the course of your lifetime has kind of been like jumping out of an airplane without a parachute. That's a dangerous proposition. However, Jim Harbaugh, 5-0 straight up, 5-0 against the spread in week 1 as a head coach. That's with the Niners and with L.A. Patrick Mahomes is always also really good in international games in week 1. But that 3.5, that extra hook, has me leaning towards the Chargers in a game that I think is going to be close back and forth the entire way. I don't think there's a blowout here. I think it's close both ways. I think the Chargers have a puncher's chance. So I'll take the 3.5 points in my pocket there. Jim Harbaugh didn't have the best ATS record in the NFL last season. They covered 13 of 17 games. So maybe he's turning things around, really, that program there in L.A.
All right, so we're keeping track of the Raiders this year, especially since Pete Carroll is now the head coach. I love Pete. They're 2.5-point dogs at New England.
Yeah.
Drake May, Mike Vrabel, that whole crowd. What do you think?
I really like the over here. I think these offenses could take major drastic steps compared to what they were a season ago. I'll lean to the Patriots. Again, not one I love, but I think Drake May is the better quarterback. I think he's ready to make a nice year 2 leap. I think Mike Vrabel is a great coach. I think it's going to be a good game. I wouldn't be shocked either way, but if you force me to pick, since it's under 3, it's under that key number of 3 at home, I'll go with New England.
Okay, dealing with the hook on this last one, too. Rams are minus 3.5 versus Houston at SoFi Stadium. I'll be at that game. Sewell will be doing pre and post for that game. How do you feel about the Rams this year?
Yeah, again, this is one where I think the Rams, as long as Matthew Stafford is able to play 14, 15 games, are a legit threat to not only win the NFC West, but represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We saw how close they were a season ago, but it's a tight rope. It's a tight rope to walk there with Matthew Stafford's back each and every week. In this matchup, it's a situation of who wins the battle in the trenches. Are the Rams able to get pressure on C.J. Stroud, or is it the other way? Is Houston, with their dominant defense, able to rough up Matthew Stafford? I'm going to lean towards laying it with the Rams. At first, I like the Texans, but this line has actually moved in the Rams' favor, and that's making alarm bells go off in my head. I think Jared Verse, Braden Fisk, Kobe Turner, Poona Ford, Byron Young, those guys make life difficult for C.J. Stroud, who's going to be down his number 2 receiver, Christian Kirk, who's out in this game. So I think with Sean McVay's success in week 1 in his NFL career, I'll lay it with the Rams in this spot. They win 27-20 in this match.
I like the way you're thinking, man. I will be there for that one on Sunday. 2 other games I wanted to talk about. Buffalo, Josh Allen versus Baltimore. Lamar Jackson. The game is in Buffalo. Buffalo, I've got them as a 1.5-point favorite there.
Yeah.
These two have faced each other a bunch of times. Where are you going with this one?
Yeah, I mean, it's a tight spread. It's the reigning 2 MVPs. Really tough game to handicap. I'm going to play the first half under. It's 24.5. So we just need 24 points or less in the first half. The 5 matchups these 2 quarterbacks have had in their career, 4 of the games have gone under the total. But I don't feel comfortable holding an under ticket in the second half of a game when possessions speed up and it's 2 of the best quarterbacks in the entire planet. That's really scary for me. So I think the game starts slow, and then I don't have to worry about the second half. If it shoots out and they start trading haymakers, so be it. But I think the game will start kind of slow relative to expectation, under 24.5 in the first half of the Ravens-Bills matchup.
Okay, last one. We'll do this real quick. Green Bay with Micah Parsons now at home. A lot of people have got them as a Super Bowl sleeper this year versus Jared Goff and the Lions. Lions are getting 1.5 at Green Bay.
Yeah, I like the Packers side here. I was on the Packers are a Super Bowl sleeper before the Micah Parsons trade. Now everyone's jumping on the bandwagon. I'm like, hey, back off. There's not enough room here. You weren't here before Micah came. Back off. So that means the prices are inflating on the Packers, and I don't love that. But I do think Matt LaFleur is a really good coach. I think with the game in Green Bay, outdoors, Jared Goff, where he has struggled. I know it's not going to be cold there yet, but I'm going to lean Green Bay in this spot. I'm expecting a little bit of a step back this year for the Lions, who aren't only replacing both coordinators, but 8 total coaches from their staff, because those coordinators pulled assistants as well to go to New York with Aaron Glenn and go to Chicago with Ben Johnson. So Dan Campbell has like an entirely new coaching staff, not just coordinators. I think that could lead to a slow start this year for Detroit.
Okay. Hey, Tyler, how do people follow you on social media?
Yes, Tyler_Fulgham, FULGHUM on Twitter, on Instagram, where there's a lot of food pics. It's at Shramwich, SHRAMWICH, because I have been a contestant on Guys Grocery Games before.
Oh,
I mix
that's
my
dope.
food and
That's
my sports there. But those are the 2 main ways to follow me. And, of course, you can watch ESPN Bet Live every weekday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. And catch me hosting SportsCenter on Wednesday and Thursday mornings, pretty early for you guys on the West Coast. It's the 7 a.m. Sports Center.
Wait a minute. So you're doing the 7 a.m. Is that who are you doing it with?
Phil Murphy's who I did it with the last couple of days. I'm filling in for Gary and Randy, Gary Streisky, Randy Scott. They need a couple of days off during the week, so I'll be there Wednesday, Thursday when they take a day off, 7 a.m. on SportsCenter. But again, if you're sleeping in LA, I get it. It's 4 a.m. there.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Hey, Tyler, thanks a lot for coming on. We'll talk to you next week, man.
No problem.
All right. There's Tyler Fulgham from ESPN Bet. Brian, you got to feel good. He's kind of liking the Chargers tonight.
Except what he said when if you usually bet on the Chargers, he said,
it's
jumping
like
out of
an airplane. Yeah, that part of it is scary.
I didn't like that part.
All right, coming up next, Kevin Demoff, president of team and media operations for Kroenke Sports and Entertainment, joins us to talk some Rams. Don't forget, you can join Travis, Roger, Sua Cravens, and Chris Morales this Sunday, September 7th, for the ESPN LA Rams postgame show live from Hollywood Park Casino, and everything disappeared. We will do that coming up next for you. Kevin Demoff is going to join us. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. Let me tell you about Cosm. Man, oh man, if you've not been to Cosm, you are missing out. Spectacular, gigantic digital screens, wraparound. On top of that, you've got the unbelievable craft cocktails, unbelievable food, and the NFL is back. You can watch NFL games in shared reality at Cosm, feel the energy of game day in the Dome or in the Hall. And this season, before every Rams home game, you can hang out with ESPN LA's Travis Rogers and Sua Cravens for the Rams pregame show live from the Hall at Cosm. And if you got a ticket to the game, you can get in there for free. Catch all the energy on those massive wall-to-wall LED digital displays in the hall. And don't miss out on all the great craft cocktails, beers, everything. To learn more, visit Cosm.com. That's COSM.com, Cosm.com. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, Cappy here. When disaster strikes,
You need an ally who truly understands your needs. Avner Gatt is here to help you navigate the complexities of insurance claims. Are you feeling abandoned because your home is unlivable and your insurance company isn't cooperating? Or perhaps you're being pressured to use a contractor with poor reviews. You've been loyal to your insurance company for over 20 years, yet now they treat you like an outsider. Avner Gatt knows how to turn the tables. We protect homeowners from the games and fine print that insurance companies are known for, and we cover all of Southern California, ensuring your voice is heard and your home is restored. Visit AvnerGatt.com or call 818-917-5256. Avner and his family personally take your calls with 5-star ratings from Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. Don't let your insurance company dictate your future. Avner Gatt is here to help. Visit AvnerGatt.com or call 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt, your claim, our game.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. You're listening to the Hall of Famers, Mason and Ireland on ESPN LA. Don't forget my show, The Rich Eisen Show, is back Monday at 9 a.m. with all your football talk. Now, back to Mason and Ireland.
Well, thank you very much, Rich Eisen there. And joining us right now, our friend Kevin Demoff is online. Kevin, how are you, man?
I'm great. Hearing Ram, it makes me excited, but I'm curious, what Hall of Fame is Rich Eisen referring to?
He is referring to the Southern California Broadcasters Hall of Fame.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Exactly. I'm surprised you weren't at the ceremony. I know you're a huge fan. Happy football season, man.
Isn't it so exciting that it's finally here?
I just count the days all summer. When's it going to get here? When's it going to get here? I get so excited for these games. I'm incredibly pumped up for Sunday. Tell me, what's new? Is there anything new at the stadium, new with the experience for this year?
Well, I think for the stadium perspective, we're always tweaking the food and beverage. So we had a media tasting on Wednesday. I didn't see either of you guys there, but a lot of new. We got a Twinkie burger. We've got funnel cakes, all kinds of new things at the stadium. But I think even just listening, I'm not hyping up the pregame show, but when you walk around Hollywood Park, whether it's Cosm, whether it's the restaurants in the district, there's so much more going on at Hollywood Park now for people who want to come early or stay late. I think that's going to be a big change.
I'll be doing the pregame at Cosm and the postgame at Hollywood Park. It'll be my first time there, so I'm looking forward to that. But talking Rams, any concerns about Stafford's back at this point at all? Even a 1% chance that you might be concerned that it's bigger than what they're saying?
Yeah, 1%, sure. I don't, not bigger than what it's saying, but anytime you have a quarterback who's 37 who had back issues in the summer, there's always going to be, until he takes that first hit and bounces back up, you're always going to have that concern. Now, we have concern on all players, and I think when you get into that point, but, he says he feels great. He's looked great in practice, and if he says he's not worried about it or thinking about it, then I don't know why we should, but look, I think anytime you have a player the caliber of Matthew Stafford and the hopes we have this year, you hold your breath every play, every time he gets hit, whether it's his back or any other body part.
I've got a request. 2 years ago, Rams come out of the box 3-6. Last year, 1-4. Is there any way we can start a little faster this year?
It'd be great, if we could just dial that up. One of the things, in Sean's first, we used to start out really hot and then maybe fade later in the past few years. We've made it hard on ourselves. I think people forget, coming into last year, we were healthy. We played the Lions tough, took them overtime. We lost 5 or 6 starters in that game. And then even if you go back to 2023, we went up to Seattle when nobody expected anything of us and played one of our best week 1 games, period under Sean, and then had a bunch of injuries later in the year. If we can stay healthy, hopefully we can start fast. But look, I think even if you watch the game last night, week 1 isn't always about playing your best. It's about finding a way to win. And, I think the first month of the season is making sure you get better, you figure out who you are, what you do well. And that's what I'm excited to see for this team, because I think it has a real chance to not only start hot but get better as the year goes on.
You brought up last night's game, Philadelphia Eagles. Obviously, all the cards in their favor at home. Dallas Cowboys, they're supposed to be down. A lot of drama around the Micah trade. And Dallas came out and looked really good against a favorable and favorited Phillies team. Do you think that kind of gives the Rams a breath of fresh air, seeing how they played week one and a little bit less worried to go to Soldier Field this early in the season?
Look, I think that's the great part about week one. All of the off-season narratives, all of the articles, all of the best of lists, they get thrown out, and you actually get to see these teams play football. And there's always the team after week one where you kind of look and say, hey, that was a lot better than we thought, or that, something's going to happen. Now you have the teams that also play great week one and then, get worse from there. But I think our goal is show up to SoFi Stadium, play our best football. You're going to have a really good Texans team, perennial playoff team that you're going against, and get a real measuring stick of where we're at and how we get better from there.
What is your expectation? Because I'm looking at the offense now, and I'm seeing Kyron Williams, and I'm seeing Puka, and now Devontae Adams. I just feel like this is an offense that can score. How do you feel about the addition of Devontae Adams?
Oh, look, I think one of the things we're all excited about for those who have been to camp was, Devontae Adams was dominant in camp in our scrimmages that we had against teams. He got open all the time. I think we all hope that translates into what that looks like on Sunday. And, he's been a great addition. He's been a great mentor, for Puka and a very young wide receiver room outside of, Devontae. But I think for us, it's just adding another weapon who can win, one-on-one on the outside. And if you go back, when our offense has been at its best under Sean, it's been multiple receivers who can take the pressure off, not just, one guy here or there. Even though, we won a Super Bowl with Cooper Kupp doing, the Triple Crown year. If you think back to Robert Woods and Cooks and Kupp and all of those guys, even Odell, and I think that's what Devontae is going to add for us. He's going to give us that chance to truly have a diversified offense, and maybe the ball will go to the open guy and make it harder to cover.
I think the Rams have got another weapon that you didn't mention. And in an offense like this, I think Terrence Ferguson can be really good for the Rams, depending on how early McVay can trust him and how he challenges Higbee for more snaps. What do you think the outlook on Ferguson's season could be?
Well, look, I think unfortunately Terrence got dinged up a little bit in camp, which might have set his development back just a bit. But when he played, whether it was the Cleveland game or the last few practices, you saw exactly what we drafted. But this is probably the deepest tight end room we've had in a long time, with Tyler Higbee back healthy, Colby Parkinson, Davis Allen had a tremendous camp, and Terrence. So I think you're going to see all four of those guys. Sean loves tight ends, and, we joke with him, maybe this will be the year we actually use two tight ends. I know that's always been this mythical Bigfoot creature, but maybe this will be the year.
So, Kevin, this comes up every year. I don't know if you remember this glorious moment. Now, do you recall that very special moment that was at the Coliseum back in the day?
I recall that it was a special moment. The game was not so special, as we've discussed many, many times.
So what's really funny is, I played that for Sean this week, and I said it was at the Coliseum, and it was San Francisco, and we lost that game, and he said, "Oh, that was 2019." Like, he knew it was 2019, not because of me, but because he knew
he's that much of a fan.
That was the year that the Niners rolled us. So I asked McVay about this. Listen to what he said.
Looks like you're going to be saying Rams house at your own house by yourself.
There you go. So I'm guessing I've got no chance again this year.
I would like to think we're a well-run organization, top to bottom, communicated. And wherever you go looking for hope, we would shut it down immediately.
Very nice. Well, I appreciate that a lot. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you. Hey, listen.
It is. I would hope as a true fan, you would put the team, it is we, not me.
100%.
And I would hope you as a fan would understand that.
Yeah. I do get it. I still believe I've got some luck in me. So if you need it, last minute emergency break glass, I'm your Who's House guy. Hey, Kev.
Well, I will give you a goal. If we have clinched, if we're fortunate enough to have clinched a playoff spot like we did last year, week 17, you can Who's House after we've already locked up a playoff spot.
There you go.
Okay.
I think that's going to happen early, man.
I will give you the same. last year our equipment manager loves blue on blue. I am not a blue on blue fan, and because we play so poorly in it. And last year he said, now that we've, clinched, can we wear blue on blue against the Seahawks? I gave him the chance to wear blue on blue. We lost in the final minute. You'll never see blue on blue again.
There you go. All right. Hey, we will see you Sunday at SoFi Stadium. Couldn't be more excited, man. Thank you for coming on.
Sounds great, guys. Look forward to kicking it off.
Cool. There's Kevin Demoff. He is the COO of the Los Angeles Rams and the Kroenke Sports Group and a bunch of other stuff. Oversees the Nuggets and a bunch of stuff now. And, yeah, I guess I'm rooting for an early clinch because, believe me. That was a great moment. That was a great moment for me. I couldn't have been. And then we lost.
Yeah.
So I get the blame.
You did jinx them somewhat.
I know. We were down. We were already trailing. That's the thing nobody gives me credit for. We were already losing that game.
Brave.
We were down 14-3, and then they send me out there to be the who's house guy after a field goal, and of course we're going to wind up losing that game.
It's not a good look.
No, it's terrible look. Very upsetting. All right, coming up next for you, Chargers start their season tonight. Is this the year, Brian Cohen, that they can live up to expectations? We will get to that coming up next. In the meantime, what is called Jacob? Well, it's more than a slogan, more than a phone number, more than a name on a billboard. Called Jacob is a promise, a lifeline, a team that shows up when you're hurt, you're confused, and you need somebody in your corner. When you're in an accident, car crash, slip and fall, on the job, you're overwhelmed, you don't know who to trust, that's when you remember Called Jacob. Because the law offices of Jacob and Ronnie, they fight for real people, people in pain, people who need answers fast. And Jacob and his team get to the medical attention you deserve. They handle the insurance stress, and they fight for every dollar you deserve. And here's the part that matters most. You don't pay unless Jacob wins. Let me say that again. You don't pay unless Jacob wins. So what is Called Jacob? It's the sound of somebody answering when you need help the most. Call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember,
accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
CallJacob.com. Jacob and Ronnie, trusted legal partner of the Los Angeles Rams, the Lakers, and LAFC, because champions protect their own. Remember, you can also follow Call Jacob on Instagram. Go to @call.jacob for great advice and prizes and more. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Nobody's got better moves than the DeMarco and Travis afternoon show.
Everybody can dance. You got to dance like nobody's watching. You got to love like you've never been hurt. You got to dance like nobody's watching.
I will dance at a wedding and have a great time.
The laughs, the sports, and yes, the best dance steps at 710.
I got the same 6 moves.
I'm so self-conscious when I'm doing it.
Oh, really?
But for whatever reason.
You look like you're a good dancer.
I'm not, but at a wedding, I don't care.
Yeah.
I've had a martini
That's
and
fine.
4 beers, and let's go do it.
It's DeMarco Farr and Travis Rogers for your afternoon drive.
Got a little two-step to you?
No, I got a little of this.
It's fun.
About
There
it.
you go. There you go. Follow DeAndre.
Caucasian two-step. That's what I call
There
it.
you go.
The what?
The Caucasian two-step.
I'm going to
There you
patent
go.
Weekdays 3 to 6 p.m. on 710 ESPN, the ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
You ever notice the harsh feeling and chlorine taste in LA's water? That's why I made the switch to Life Source Water. Their whole house water system gives clean, filtered water from every tap in my house. It's become our essential appliance we love using every day. With Life Source, you deal directly with their local factory. No middlemen, no hassle. Take advantage of a double dip in savings for up to $1,250 off. Call 800-WATER-99 or visit lifesourcewater.com. Warranty limitations apply.
Whether you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver 5-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan. We are built for this. See what we can do for roofers at servicetitan.com.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
NFL fans, Week 1 is your shot to play free and stack a $1 million cash bag with DraftKings Pick 6, an official partner of the NFL. Here's how. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app, DraftKings' easiest way to play fantasy. Enter for free and pick more or less on 6-player stats for Week 1. Share your link with friends to add more cash to the bag and get bonus shots to win. Hit all 6 picks and you'll be splitting the bag that's already at $1 million or more. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app, use code KSPN, opt in for free, and start stacking entries for NFL Week 1. Zero cost, huge upside, in partnership with DraftKings Pick 6. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 18 plus. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Void where prohibited. Must claim token for free entry in bag builder contest. Only perfect entries earn a share of the cash prize. Tokens are single use and expire September 8th at 8:15 p.m. Eastern. Terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
Hey, it's Chris Morales. You know, we joke around a lot that I almost died, which I almost did. I had severe heart failure. That's when I went to a Providence hospital in the emergency room. And here's the thing about heart care. It begins with trust. That's why Providence takes the time to listen, understand, and earn yours before making any decision about your care. For me, if it wasn't for Dr. Cobb and Katie Cornella at St. Joe's in Orange, they made me trust them and they made me know. And my health and my life were going to be even better once I got out of the hospital. Providence, caring with compassion in Southern California. And it is Mason and Ireland, your Friday. Sua Craven sitting in for Johnny I. Don't miss Sua. Part of our USC Trojans coverage. Coverage starts tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. on 710 ESPN and on ESPN LA. Sua does pre and post, and our Rams coverage on Sunday, which begins at 11:30 a.m. Again, pre and post Sua. Pre and post Sua. But on this Friday, more of Mason and Ireland with Sua. 710 ESPN and always on the all-new ESPN LA app.
So Demoff was saying we wait all summer. I'm telling you, the summer is so long. It is such a long to get to the NFL. It is such a long time.
Well, who's in a rush during summer?
Bring
you want
it
summer
on,
to last
man.
as long
Bring
as
it on.
Yeah.
By the way, I spend this. Juan brought this up to me last night. So I'm sitting there staring at my fantasy football roster, my fantasy baseball roster. Said, "What? This is all you do?" Like I get completely obsessed about fantasy sports.
Mhm.
I've got the numbers in my head. It's like a beautiful mind.
Your weekends get ruined.
Weekends get because it's all about that. And I'll tell you what ruins my weekend more than anything: a Rams loss. If the Rams lose, and I've talked to my shrink about this, when the Rams lose, it takes me a good 3-4 days to recover. I mean, it ruins my week.
So you're riding an emotional roller coaster. So you don't even recover from the last game before the new game's on you.
Before the new game,
so
exactly.
I can't imagine what happens if you lose 2 in a row.
Oh, man, it gets dark. It gets dark. Well, last year, 1-4, I'm like, oh, it got dark.
Yeah.
Because where else? Everybody's saying, they're done.
Stop
They're
bathing.
cooked. Yeah.
Stop shaving.
Oh, yeah, it's over. It's
No.
over. So Brian Cohen is a Chargers fan. If you ever wondered, probably a lot of people have never met a Chargers fan.
Oh, whoa, come on now.
Well, let's be honest.
There's a bunch of us.
So you got your Bolt hat on. You're
That's
ready
right.
for tonight. Is this finally the year that we see Justin Herbert emerge as a top-end quarterback?
Well, I know you want me to say what every Charger fan says is this is our year. You know, that's
This-
so I will
this is
say
your
this
year.
is our year.
Yep,
Yes,
sure.
But
Starts
I
tonight.
do think that Herbert, yes, this is the year he takes that final. You know, that leap, that second year with Harbaugh. You know, you got your time to settle, and you got Keenan Allen back, his safety blanket. So you know,
Need a number 1 receiver.
man, Ladd is
Ladd
becoming that
McConkey.
guy. He's
a guy.
We'll see.
That's my scouting report.
Ladd is a guy.
He is a guy.
Ladd is a guy.
He is a
but
guy.
I don't know if he's a number 1 yet.
Yeah.
He's going to be.
You know, Justin Herbert it sounds better than he is. He sounds better than he is. Like he's never quite there.
Well, his rookie stats too. His rookie year, his numbers were amazing. I mean, he broke some of Mahomes' records when first 20 games played kind of deal. He was breaking Mahomes' record, so he came in very hot. And I think what turned for him was that playoff loss against the Jags, where everybody's like, "Oh, now maybe Herbert doesn't have it."
Yeah, the one thing I'll say about Herbert, and Sue, you respond to this. I think he gets very tentative in the red zone. I don't think. I mean, they settle for way too many field goals. That Dicker the kicker, way too often on the field. I just feel like he doesn't make big plays when they're in the red zone.
I don't know. I've got to watch a lot of Chargers football last year because I was with CBS. And, I was at a lot of the games. And when the Chargers get down in games, they completely rely on Justin to be Superman.
Yeah.
And I think that as the game progresses and the minutes are running out, he starts forcing things, especially in the red zone, because it's like, I have to score. I have to score. And then his decision-making breaks down, and then all it takes is his O-line to miss one single block, and then he tends to fumble a lot when he gets sacked, too. So, I don't know. I just feel like he presses a lot because he feels like the need to carry the team in late in games.
Well, I'll tell you, this year, he probably does need to carry the team. The most important player the Chargers have got this year is Omarion Hampton.
Yeah.
They need him to be a bell cow running back. And if he is that guy, that changes the Chargers season. That changes the trajectory of their year.
It's what Jim Harbaugh succeeds in. He succeeds in coaching with teams that are great in the trenches, like we like to say.
Yes.
He succeeds when he has a running back, when he has a good offensive line. They have Joe Alt. Rashawn Slater is down for the year, but Joe Alt is a great offensive lineman they got last year. So I feel like this is a kind of a put up or shut up year for the Chargers. Kind of like I will stop wanting to talk about the Chargers if they are the same stuff we get every single year. They're a good team. They make the playoffs. They got knocked out in a game last in the postseason.
They get destroyed in the postseason.
Oh, yeah.
Fall apart.
If Herbert's taking that step that you're talking about, it 100% needs to be in correlation to Hampton and Najee playing well. Because just like the Rams, the Chargers are at their best when that play-action pass is working, when they can control the clock, get into field goal range. Because we know Dicker is good.
Sure, he's
45
great
and probably 99% he's good. So they need to just focus on clock management, running the football, and using that deep throw play action ability that Herbert 100% has. He can make every single throw.
If you were to rank order all the teams in Los Angeles, all of the professional teams, are the Chargers in terms of following, are they the lowest?
I think the Angels would probably be the lowest.
You're right. I've never counted the Angels as a Los Angeles team.
UCLA? Is UCLA in this mix, or is that just assumed?
Below? I mean, Chargers, are they making up any ground, Brian Cohen?
Personally, that doesn't really bother me because I'm a true San Diego Charger fan. So
you don't even want to be here. That's what you're saying.
Right. I would be just as happy if they were still in San Diego.
I wish you were still at Qualcomm.
Me too,
I think I played a game, the last Vegas Bowl, or not Vegas Bowl, Holiday Bowl.
I was there, man. That stadium was a dump.
Yeah, the stadium was small.
Oh, man.
Locker room was about this size right here.
Oh, the press box had no windows. It was really weird. Was that the game against Nebraska?
Yeah, but unfortunately, we went back to back to the Holiday Bowl. So we went Nebraska, then Wisconsin.
Yeah, I was at the Nebraska one.
I had a pick in that game. You were my good luck charm. Every
time I showed up at the game, you had a pick.
Got my hands on one.
Oh, man.
You should have a pick right now.
Yeah,
exactly.
I did pick my hair out this morning.
There you go.
That's the same.
So, Brian, you got any prize picks? I lost on prize picks last night.
Me as well. Both the Eagles receivers kind of let me down.
Yeah, no, I had A.J. Brown anytime touchdown, and they didn't make any catches last night. It was all Jalen Hurts.
I did see, though, this morning tinkering on prize picks. Something you couldn't do last year is pair up a couple of the same players. So I got Herbert more than 179 passing yards and more than 9 rushing yards.
Okay.
So that you used to not be able to do that in the past.
Make more than one on one
player, right? And I went with paired that with Mahomes 210 passing yards and same over 9 rushing yards. So hoping both of them just get one little 10-yard scramble.
Yeah, one little scramble is all you need tonight.
I'm about to download Prize Picks.
What do you mean? You have not downloaded it?
I don't gamble.
Okay,
I don't gamble.
Let me walk you through this.
But it's so fun.
Prize Picks, and it's easy. All you got to do is pick 2 to 6 players and their stat projections, either more than or less than. and you can win gigantic money.
You can win real money on
You
there?
can win real money, man.
Like
real
I put
money.
100 down and mess around and win 800.
Yes, you can.
Oh.
I was playing for $120 last night.
Would you put $20 down?
Took $20 down to win 120.
I like that.
Yeah,
low lunch fee.
So here's the deal: you can download the Prize Picks app today. Use code MACE, M-A-S-E. Get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, that's code MACE, M-A-S-E. Get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. You going to do it, Sua?
Yeah,
do it.
Code MACE.
Code MACE. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen.
And ESPN LA is the new home of the Rich Eisen Show in the Southland.
Bill Burr, what'd you think of Bill Belichick's first game as head coach of North Carolina?
What'd you think of Joe Namath on the Rams? What'd you think of Johnny Unitas on the Chargers? What happened to that guy?
The home of USC football, and now the home of the Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, 710 ESPN, and always on the new ESPN LA app.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/LA right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Chris Morales here. So many things, big and little, make you uniquely you. Your hobbies, dreams, career, family, and more. Addiction to drugs, including opioids and stimulants, can strip these away from you. This National Recovery Month, recover your life. Choose treatment for drug addiction and get back to what matters most. Find a provider and proven treatment option that's right for you. Recover you at ChooseChangeCA.org.
I've been feeling those good vibrations all summer long. Turns out my car needs new shocks. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Gavin DeGraw brings the greatness this Saturday.
Number 2.
Claim your free Retrovan Bluetooth speaker September 9th when you earn 500 points on your rewards card.
And the number 1 reason.
Turn fantasy into reality when you host your league's fantasy football draft party at Morongo.
Morongo, good times.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Lil Wayne presents the Carter 6 Tour.
5, 4, 3, 2, I let one go.
Live at Crypto.com Arena, Friday, September 12th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
And it is 2 p.m. in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason in Ireland.
All right, it is time for Fast Track.
Fast Track.
The return of Fast Track, driven by our friends at Cerritos Auto Square. Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
Time for Fast Track.
Download is 350 cube, 3 1/4 horsepower, 4-speed, 410 gears, 10 coats of competition orange, hand rubbed lacquer with a blue plane manifold, open race games.
Fast Track on Mason and Ireland.
Time for Fast Track. Take it away, Mace.
All right, we're starting with Emily here. Em, what do you got?
All right, so we lost a real one this week. We lost a real one, and that is Stream East. Stream East has been shut down, which is the largest illegal sports streaming site in the world.
Who shut it down?
FBI,
feds?
the authorities,
Feds,
the people that want to ruin everyone else's fun. But do you have any way of, quote unquote, allegedly getting around certain rules that you think are wrong? So I think, it's kind of wrong that we have to be charged all this to watch our sports. So there's some nice ways to get around
You're
that.
saying so I never used the illegal streaming stuff. Did you ever? I've never
Can't
used
help
it.
but feel like since, we're going to remain nameless with this, announced that he used these streams and drafted one of them. A week later, it gets shut down. It happens fast.
Yes, in one of our last snake drafts on the
don't
Travis
even
and
name
DeMarco
them.
show,
Don't even name them.
someone drafted Stream East, and less than a week later,
shut down.
Gone.
Yeah, I don't think I'm really anti-cheating.
Do you illegally park anywhere? Do you circumvent how to, get a ticket to something? Anything that's like skirting the rules?
Look, I play by the rules.
Why did
I'm
you
a
look me in my
rule
eyes when you
follower.
said that?
Rule follower, because that's technically not true. I may have. Okay, this is one. I may have had a gummy on an airplane.
That's not breaking the rules.
If it's in your luggage,
You're not
I think
allowed
it is.
to
in your
inhale.
luggage, I think it is.
No, and if you're going to a different state that it's recreationally fine, you're within.
Are you sure?
I'm calling to tell you from experience. Like in the bag, not hiding it at all. Through the X-ray, and have a good day.
Really?
Sir.
I mean, you guys knew the legal things about spitting earlier, so you know the legal weed stuff.
You're good.
I'm good.
You
All
did
right,
not. As long as you didn't inhale and blow any smoke out.
Okay.
In said area, you are within
Once
your
again,
rights.
I'm following the rules.
Yes, you are.
Are there any rules you circumvent?
Yeah.
The salary cap?
No, no.
That's not our department.
But like golf, we're not pros. So if you hit a ball and you can find your ball, even if it's a red stake or a white stake there, for my friends, I go, you know what? Your ball is literally right there and you can play it as it lies. I'm not going to make you take the drop, even though the PGA rules say you need to take a drop here.
Okay.
I say go ahead and hit two from right there.
Did you ever use like the foot wedge?
No. Because I'm a.
Do you play with guys that use the foot wedge?
100%, which is why I don't, because I hate little weasels that in golf rounds that chirp before the round on how they've shot a 81 when nobody was around, and we get in front of them and they've lost 3 balls before we've reached the first green. I'm like,
Golf,
probably not.
Golf weasels. I've learned a new
Little
term.
weasels, bad buddies is what we call
There
them.
you go. Right?
So this news was announced yesterday, and the only thing I could think is, what are we doing? So Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather Jr. apparently have agreed to compete in an expedition boxing match. As we know, Tyson took on one of the Paul brothers last year on Netflix, and it did all these crazy numbers, 65 million, broke all the records for streaming sports kind of deal. Tyson's 59, so next year at the fight he'd be 60. Mayweather 49. Does this kind of diminish boxing? Like, what are we doing with the two of the greatest boxers of all time?
It's
Why
already
are they
been
doing
diminished.
this?
It's already been diminished. And with these fights that we're seeing, these exhibitions, it's a joke to all the fighters that are actually aspiring to be champions and looking for the same amount of attention and pay-per-view sales and clout, because unfortunately in the boxing game, it's a dirty business.
Yep.
You will lose if you want to fight, if you don't knock someone out.
Sure.
You will not get the title fights if you cannot sell the numbers and get eyes on you. So what Jake Paul is doing and what the rest of these guys are doing are taking away from those who are trying to create a name, because you already have yours. And in the midst of my career, my prime, they don't care because I'm not fighting somebody from YouTube.
Yeah.
That's kind of messed up.
See, I think it diminishes them. I think it diminishes Floyd.
Floyd and Mike.
And diminishes Mike.
After what we saw Mike do against Jake the last, I didn't want to see it.
And I'm all for people making money and all that, and clearly there's a market for this. I heard, by the way, the Paul Tyson numbers were dramatically exaggerated by Netflix.
Careful now. He's threatening to sue anybody that says anything bad about him. Yeah, allegedly. But apparently,
wait a minute, who's suing anybody?
Jake Paul says if you accuse him of making fake fights, making guys throw fights, saying his fights aren't real, or that he's a fake boxer,
no,
he's
I haven't
suing.
said any of those things. What I said was Netflix exaggerated the numbers on how many people watched that fight last year.
Like instead of 50 million, it was probably like 25
I think at one point they said 100 million people watched that fight. 100 million people did not watch that fight.
He might just bite your head off for saying that.
Yeah.
I don't think he can legally do anything.
By the way, is Canelo, is that fight on tonight?
Next week.
Next week. That one's on Netflix, which is great. All right, so more Fast Track coming up for you. In the meantime, Dodgers get swept at Pittsburgh. They lose that series. They have now been swept in 5 series since July the 1st. They are under 500 since the All-Star break. They are scuffling. I read Fabian Ardaia's piece. He says that he thinks it's the offense being very inconsistent. I completely agree with that. The bottom of the lineup has been questionable all year long. Yesterday, for some god-awful reason, Michael Conforto was batting 5th against Paul Skeens.
You guys all against Conforto?
He's batting 175.
It's just funny because when I came in and did my first week of shows, Greg was
he's public enemy
and
number
Ireland.
one.
They're like, Conforto's gotta go. And then the next 2 games, Conforto made some crazy catches and all. He got a few hits, and I text Greg, I'm like, there you go. That was for you. He's like, get off my phone. Like, he didn't want to hear it. So I didn't know you're on the Conforto
really,
train as well.
They're in the middle of moving him out, which is good news because Tommy Edmonds on a rehab. He can go to center. Teoscar can go to left, and Pages can go to right. And in that lineup, you have no Conforto.
Yeah.
Which is what you need.
I also have some, not so great news from the Dodgers in terms of injury reports.
This
is from Fabian
Will Smith.
Yeah, from Fabian Ardaya, that Dave Roberts specified that Will Smith is dealing with a bone bruise in his right hand and conceded that the catcher will likely manage it the rest of the season. And that Glasnow, who was supposed to pitch today, it is going to be Ohtani pitching today. The Glasnow was scratched with back tightness, and they believe that they caught it early, and Dave Roberts is hopeful he will start early next week. But we know Taylor Glasnow, we said the same thing, where he's going to be out for a start or 2, and it turned into months.
Yes.
So both of these are not great news.
So is that why they moved Ohtani? If you're just tuning in, Ohtani's pitching tonight for the Dodgers in Baltimore. Is that why they moved Ohtani? Because Glasnow's hurt.
Yes, they moved Ohtani forward. Glasnow has back tightness, and Will Smith has a bone bruise in his right hand and will likely be dealing with it for the rest of the season.
So back when I was working in minor league baseball, Sua, when a team started to really scuffle, went into the tank, somebody would say, all right, players only meeting. And you'd hear yelling from inside the club. You'd hear people, shout. The Dodgers could use that, but I don't know who would be the leader of that. Like, who would call the meeting, who would lead the meeting. I just don't know who that guy is. Freddie's really not that guy. It's not really Mookie's temperament. Who is that guy?
I know you're saying Freddie's not the guy, but I feel like he has to be. Like, when I think of the leaders on the Dodgers right now, I think Freeman. So I don't know how he needs to go about it.
Well, it's kind of like not his nature.
But if it's nobody's nature, then all of your best players need to do it as a collective. Like, It needs to be Mookie, it needs to be Ohtani, it needs to be Freeman, even if they're not guys that are rah-rah, give a heroic speech and let's take charge.
Right.
That might not be their forte, but that needs to be something that takes place so the team knows, like, hey, be aware that we have a few weeks, if that, to clean this up, or we're going to find ourselves in a wild card about to get bounced in 3 games because it's that serious. And the communication needs to be that black and white.
So Miguel Rojas last night after the game had some interesting comments. He said, I feel like ever since we started playing poorly a couple of months ago, the pressure and the frustration has been building on the team. And I don't see anybody smiling and having a good time. We all know when you're losing baseball games, it's not that fun. But I feel like we have to find a way to put everything in perspective. He goes on to say, we're just not playing with any joy.
Yeah.
And they do look like they're laboring. Like, it is a long season for everybody. But they look like they are laboring right now, and there is not a lot of fun out there.
That's not what you want to hear when playoff baseball is a month away.
Yep.
You don't want to hear your team's going through a slump. You don't want to hear your team is tired or not in it, mentally checked out. Those are all the boxes to check if you want to be first class to Cancun.
Yes.
They're going to Cancun.
Yep.
But on the bright side of this, kind of like the Timberwolves last year when Anthony Edwards said, we're not having fun at all. Like these trades, there's no chemistry. We're just out there going through the motions. Once they did hit a stride and a conversation was had and everything clicked, that team went on a run. So maybe the Dodgers can figure all of this out.
Yes.
Just before October.
Well, and in the end, it's not how you're playing in mid-September. It's how you're playing in October. I just hope there is a button or a switch. We used to always talk about this with the Lakers.
The switch.
Flip the switch. I hope there's a switch in the Dodgers clubhouse, and they flip it pretty soon, Em.
I think that there's maybe like one person who could maybe call this meeting that's a player, and it's probably Kershaw, and it's because he's been there for so long. He's older.
Yep.
He doesn't play every position. He only plays one. He only plays every 5 games or so. But we already saw him do it with Freddie. So
Yep.
remember Freddie came here and he was upset and he was sad about leaving Atlanta, and he kind of said, "Get your stuff together. This is a team. We have to everybody do this together coming up." Freddie snapped into place, and Kershaw was there. I think Kershaw is somebody who doesn't speak often,
right?
But maybe speaks with authority. So if anybody could, probably Clayton Kershaw.
That's not a bad idea. Kershaw could be that guy.
Yeah.
By the way, Kershaw, he has had such a great year.
Yeah. He wasn't good in his last. But
we literally said that Kershaw, he'd hang around to break the strikeout record,
and then
that
fade
would
off
be it,
into the
and then
sunset.
fade away. No, he's pitched really well. Even that game in Pittsburgh, he gave up 4 in the first and then hung in there for 5 innings.
He toughed it out.
He is, he is a real factor, and maybe he is the guy. Maybe he is the guy that calls the meetings. I just think, generally speaking, and they're not healthy and all that stuff, but I don't think it's an excuse anymore. And the Padres are right there. And as Sua said, man, you wind up in a 3-game playoff, anything can happen. Anything
The
can
only
happen.
saving grace is the Padres are in a slump at the same time. That's the only saving grace right now.
Yeah, they just got swept by Baltimore.
Yeah, that's the only saving grace.
So, yeah, we will keep track. Obviously, big football day, but the Dodgers, they need to figure it out pretty quick because here it comes. The playoffs are like right now. And as you mentioned, Will Smith going to manage the bone bruise down the stretch. And Tyler Glasnow, we don't know. But it's shocking. Tyler Glasnow is injured.
Is back tightness contagious? Like, it's just going around L.A. Stafford's got back.
Stafford, yeah.
Glasnow's got back. My back is hurting
Is your
after
back
golfing. I feel like it is now that it's going around.
Yeah.
Is everyone going to like the same party where you just all tweak your back at the same place? Is it the same club somewhere you guys all go?
Back stuff is the worst. You've never had back stuff? Or
I
have
told
you?
I slipped my disc earlier this
that's
year.
Right. What did you slip?
I couldn't tell you.
Upper back, lower back?
No, lower back.
Lower. So
near
lumbar.
near my
Lumbar's fine.
tailbone. It felt
Oh.
like my tailbone shot to my feet.
Yeah, that's bad, man. It shoots down your leg.
I
Right?
tingling, shoot down my legs, fell to the ground, was out of commission.
Really?
And then Travis
literally.
had the tailbone stuff like this week because he tried to move his son into his new place and also fell.
Yeah. See, I got spinal neck thing.
Yeah, you were telling
and I
me.
feel that down my arm. So it's the same thing. You feel it down. I feel it down my arm. But whatever. I'm done with injury. I just don't care anymore. I'm just gonna go to the gym and do.
You
my
sound
thing.
like my dad.
What? How's that?
You're just getting old. Just stuff.
Do
just
not
happens.
ever compare me to your dad.
You're in the 30s group again. Sorry, Mace.
Am I?
My dad is 59 this year or 60 this year, I think.
And so am I. And so am I. All right. Hey, tonight we're going to go to Cosm and watch The Matrix. M's going to be there. DeMarco's going to be there. Some winners are going to be there. They have reformatted The Matrix for Cosm. So gigantic wraparound screens, digital display. You will feel like you're like right in the middle of the Matrix and, red pill, blue pill. Which one are you going to take? Which one do you take?
Which one's that get
pill,
you out
blue-
of the system?
Red pill.
Red pill?
Yeah.
Red pill.
You're going to red pill that
Yeah,
thing?
red pill.
So right now, if you want to join us tonight, 877-710-ESPN. Caller number 7. Got to make sure you're available for tonight. Screening is at 7 at Cosm. 877-710-ESPN. your chance to hang out with us tonight at Cosm. All right, coming up next for you, more Fast Track. Sue is in for John, 710 ESPN.
It is Fast Track on Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles, driven by Cerritos Auto Square.
It is time for Fast Track.
Fast Track. Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
Time for Fast Track.
More Fast Track next. Find out what head coach Lincoln Riley has to say about the battle against Georgia Southern. Monday at 6 p.m. on a new edition of Trojans Live on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app. And you can watch the show on YouTube at USC Athletics. Head coach Lincoln Riley sits down on the official USC Coaches Show. Trojans Live, presented by Monster Energy. Monster Energy, unleash the beast. 6 p.m. Monday on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube. Don't miss Coach Lincoln Riley, Trojans Live, 6 p.m. Monday on ESPN LA.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
I've been feeling those good vibrations all summer long. Turns out my car needs new shocks. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Gavin DeGraw brings the greatness this Saturday.
Number 2.
Claim your free Retrovan Bluetooth speaker September 9th when you earn 500 points on your rewards card.
And the number 1 reason.
Turn fantasy into reality when you host your league's fantasy football draft party at Morongo.
Morongo, good times.
Waba Grill is an LA original, so we've got to keep it real. Real fresh with our Asian-inspired menu that's grilled to order every time.
Take me up and never put me down.
Real quality with our marinated proteins like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Enjoy $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. with our 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium beverage drink like our tangy passion fruit lemonade. Waba Grill, keeping it real every day for you.
All right, guys, I'm here with the Crazy Hernandez brothers from Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. Okay, I understand that, you guys obviously have dealt with contractors, wholesalers, but is there a project too big? Is there a project too small for you guys?
No, not at all. No project's too small or too big. We could handle anything you need.
Are you kidding me? With as much as people love their pets now, people come in for carpet for their doghouse. So we can do a project that small, and we're happy to do that.
For the best prices on hardwood carpet and more, call 866-62-FLOOR.
Coach Saban here. On the field or on your walls, coverage matters. That's why I go with Behr Marquee Interior Paint and Primer from the Home Depot.
Exceptional hide, advanced stain blocking, and over 1,000 colors to choose from. Behr Marquee delivers one-coat coverage that stands up to real life. One-coat coverage, no overtime. Behr Marquee, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid only when tinted to colors from the Behr Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Collection.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to the end of summer sale at AutoZone. We're celebrating the end of long days and short nights with big deals for a short time, like car wash. Right now, you can save 20% on the Armor All Complete Car Wash Kit. Need new brakes? Duralast brake pads are free with the purchase of Duralast rotors. We've also got oil deals and more. We're ending the summer right with the end of summer sale at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Fast Track. And it is Fast Track on 710 ESPN. Mason and Ireland on the all-new ESPN LA app, 7:10 a.m. and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. Fast Track now back in the 2 p.m. hour on Mason and Ireland, driven by Cerritos Auto Square. Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com. Once again, back to Fast Track and back to Mason and Ireland on 710.
And Sua is in for Ireland today, continuing with Fast Track. And what do you got?
All right, so there is a TV show that I'm sure anyone with young children is very aware of, and it's called Bluey.
Bluey.
So,
My
do your
daughters
girls love Bluey?
My
Right.
youngest daughter was bingo for Halloween.
Amazing. So do you let your daughters use your phone occasionally if you're like, hey, watch a Bluey episode while I do something else?
Yeah.
Okay, so you might not want to do that going forward because you might miss 10 calls from an important place. So Hunter Renfrow, an NFL wide receiver, he missed 10 calls from the Panthers trying to call him to negotiate his contract, and they stopped calling after 10 calls.
Wow.
And so his daughter just kept on ignoring them while she was watching Bluey. It's ridiculous. So, one is who's at fault, the daughter or Hunter Renfrow? And two, what was your favorite TV show as a kid?
Well, Bluey is at fault.
Bluey is at fault? Yeah.
Bluey is the
We're
problem.
blaming my child's best friend?
No, I'm not blaming your child. I'm blaming Bluey. So when I was growing up, it was all about, and I don't know if you even had this show, Mr. Rogers'
Yes.
Neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yes.
Come on.
God. Well, I don't know. I'm apparently old enough to be. So, I grew up on Mr. Rogers and love the show, learned so much from him and those little puppets and the sweater and the shoes and all that stuff. And, by the way, was the commencement speaker at my graduation at Bowling Green State University.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was very cool.
Because he was out of Pittsburgh, right?
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Yeah, the entire student body sang Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood as he walked up to give a speech. It was really cool. What was yours?
Well, first, blame the Carolina Panthers for cutting him in the first place, because if you were planning on Dylan Thielen, you wouldn't have had to cut him, and then you wouldn't have to go through this debacle. So, Panthers being the Panthers.
Yep.
But what was your question? Sorry.
And then what was your favorite?
What was your show?
My favorite show?
Yeah.
I'm an all that type of guy. I loved all that on Nick.
That's so good.
I loved all that. I'm a 90s baby. Even though I'm 95, I
Right.
grew up in big fandom of late 80s movies, early 90s television, all of that.
And
So,
all that is like the child version of SNL. So
Yes.
it's like Nickelodeon version of SNL. It had sketch shows and it had like a live audience and
Okay.
a monologuist.
half of all that's
Yeah.
cast ended up on SNL anyway.
Oh,
Yeah,
is that
so,
right?
So Keenan
Yeah.
Thompson
Keenan, yeah.
was from
Okay.
all that.
There's a
yeah.
few, yeah.
Got it.
All that. It's all that. That's the theme song.
PC, what about you?
Similar, all that, but my go-to show was probably Rocket Power. I love
Rocket
that show.
Power.
That was one of the go-to cartoons in the morning every day.
I had
Oh,
that
yeah.
on Game Boy.
Oh,
I
I
had
didn't even
the
know they
Rocket
had a
Power
game.
video game on Game Boy. I couldn't get past the first level because I don't understand games, but it was really fun.
Can I be honest? This is like a foreign language to me.
You
I
don't know any of these
shows except Mr.
SpongeBob?
Rogers. I've heard of Bluey. I know
I
who
watched
SpongeBob
My Wife
is.
and Kids.
Dora the Explorer. I know who that is.
That's one. Well, with
Isn't that
Paul,
the one?
Is it Paul Bundy? What Paul?
Ed Bundy?
Ed Bundy? Is it? What? Yeah.
Well, not
one-
Ted Bundy.
Not
That's
Ted
good.
No. The you know what show I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What's the name of that?
Guy from that's in Modern
Is
Family.
it My Wife and Kid or Love and
it's,
Marriage? Wife and
it's
Married with Children?
Married with Children.
There we go.
There you
That's
go.
not a
got
show
there
for
eventually.
kids.
I love that show.
Yeah, but that's not a show for kids.
I was watching it as
All
a
right,
kid.
there you go.
I was watching 24 as a kid, so that's also
you
not
really?
a
Great show, too.
Wow, that is a great show.
All right, so in honor of Chargers Chiefs, free on YouTube tonight. Also,
That's
shout
right.
out YouTube. It took me down this YouTube rabbit hole. So we all know, general, that Mr. Beast is the most followed YouTube, person on there, the channel. Forget where you have 430 million subscribers, but it took me down this thing. I looked at a list, top 10 YouTube videos, and I was very surprised, some of the most popular.
Okay.
If you had to guess what kind or what the number one most popular, most watched YouTube video of all time is, what would you guess?
Most watched
Yes.
YouTube video of all time.
16, I'll give you 16 billion views.
Probably some Taylor Swift song.
Grape Lady Falls.
or a cat video.
Well, let me play it for you. So this is the 16
All right,
billion.
But it's a song, so
Right.
it's more of it's not much of like a video on YouTube that went crazy, more of like a viral
The
song.
thing that kind of also I thought surprised, 4 of the top 5 videos watched all time were all nursery rhymes, kind of like this. A couple of Coco Melon.
Honestly, not surprising because kids will watch it over and over again, and the parents will just give it to them.
How many views does Grape Lady Falls have?
I don't know. I could look that up.
Please
I'm
look it up.
I'm not sure. I just didn't know why they were all nursery
Now,
rhymes. I don't
isn't
know.
it true that the most watched podcast is now the Taylor Swift Travis Kelce podcast? Is that a fact, or is that apocryphal?
I think that's true, and then I think that she unseated maybe when the president was on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Oh, okay,
So I
got
think- yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Bluey, this whole segment was like...
Do you know what Blue's Clues is?
I know it. Wasn't that a show, too?
Yeah.
Yeah, Blue's Clues.
Oh,
So
wow.
there's a Bluey and a Blue's Clues?
Blue's Clues was first.
Or is Blue...
It makes me want to wag a tail when
I know people are getting this, but I am not.
We might,
Okay.
hold on. Can
That's
we
good.
afford to
You
do
can
that?
impression.
Can we afford to do that?
Sure.
Oh, no, but that was good, though.
All right, there you have it. There's your fast track and all the information you need about 90s kid shows. All right. So we're going to do our picks now. Now,
Yeah, we are.
Sue, you claim, I know nothing is basically what you're saying.
No, nothing.
You've never made a bet against the spread.
Never.
Wow.
Never. I thought, well, playing in the
Playing
league,
of-
it's
obviously,
illegal
yeah.
to do so.
Of course,
I
of
never participated to begin with. So I was like, I'm not going to get involved now.
Yeah, I know, I understand. Brian, you have.
Oh, of course.
Em, you
Degenerate.
have.
Yes.
Yeah, and I live for it.
So the spread, though, if you don't know what it is just the amount that the team has to win
Right.
by.
I just know minus means you're the favorite.
Yes,
Yes,
correct.
minus is the favorite, plus is the underdog, and the point, like if it's 2.5, 3, or less.
Okay. Now, Ireland already sent me his picks, so I can report those as we go along. Let's start out with the Trojans, minus 28.5 at the Coliseum versus Georgia Southern. I am going to go first, and I think USC is going to blow the doors off of them. I think they will cover the 28.5. Brian Cohen?
Right there with you. I think SC possibly another 70 points. We'll see.
There you go. M?
I'm also in the USC. 28 points is a lot, but I think that they're going to get this game over quick.
Yeah, I just saw him hang 70. What do you think, Sua?
This team got the dog stuff beat out of them by a Fresno State team that is not that good. So I agree with you, Trojans.
There you go. All right. Number 2, UCLA coming off a sterling performance at the Rose Bowl against Utah. They are a 2.5-point favorite at UNLV. UNLV won 9 games last year, but they looked terrible in week 1 against Idaho State. Start with you here, Sua. UCLA minus 2.5.
No, I'm going to take UNLV beating the Bruins. So,
yes. Outright. Beating them outright.
Outright.
Okay. M.
So I'm going to take UNLV as well because the backup quarterback for UNLV is a former UVA quarterback, Anthony Calandria. So UNLV.
Okay. Brian Cohen.
Also on Vegas, anytime I can. I'm going Vegas.
Okay, I can tell you John Ireland is on Vegas. He's a Bruin, and I am on Vegas here, too.
Just snitched them out, huh?
Yeah. Ireland's on UNLV. I think UNLV is going to win the game outright.
It's going to be a good game.
Yeah.
It'll be a good game. Battle of the mid.
People are surprised, but when you get the 7th best quarterback from the SEC, he doesn't all of a sudden become the best quarterback in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Kansas City, the Chiefs, tonight. Minus 3.5 versus the Chargers in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Brian Cohen, you're a Charger fan. I think I know which way you're going to go.
This is our year. It starts tonight. It's the Chargers.
Chargers, says Brian. It is our year. Sua, what do you think?
I've got Kansas City outright.
KC outright. M?
I think that the Brazilian fields will come to bite somebody, and I think they're going to bite Chargers. And so I'm taking KC.
And I'm going to take a shot here. I'm going to take the Chargers tonight.
Good guy.
I'm going to take the Chargers tonight. I think they will find a way. The field is interesting. I think Omari and Hampton has a really big game. And I will take them plus the 3.5. All right, Raiders. Brand new era for the Raiders. Pete Carroll, Geno Smith at quarterback. They got Ashton Genty at running back, the rookie from, where was he from? Boise State. That's right. I am going to go out on a limb here and say I think the Raiders are going to cover. I know that's not going to be a popular pick, but I think the Raiders are going to be better than people expect. Brian Cohen.
It's against the Patriots, correct?
Yep, Patriots at New England.
At New England, I'll take the Patriots.
Patriots. Let's see. M.
So I think that everybody is hyping the Patriots for some reason. It's mostly because they listen to a lot of Boston sports people that are in the podcasting world.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm still going to take the Pats to start off the season well with Drake May in his sophomore year.
Okay, so I'm alone here with the Raiders at the moment. Sua, which way do you go?
In Foxborough, Drake May impressed. They've got Henderson at running back. They've got Ramadre back. They've got Stephon Diggs. He's locked in. Doesn't look like a good start for Vegas. I'm going New England.
I am alone with my Raiders pick. Ireland picked New England. All right, and the last one, the Los Angeles Rams. 3.5-point favorites at SoFi Stadium versus the Houston Texans. Sua, you'll be doing pre and post here. What do you think of this game?
I'm going Rams, and I think the Rams actually win big against Houston.
Nice. I like that. M.
I am also picking the Rams to win large. I really believe in them this year. I think they're going to be a great team. So Rams are my pick.
BC.
I'm going to take the Texans to cover. I think the Rams still win, but I think Texans do cover.
He's a hater. Chargers.
Yeah, you hate the Rams, don't you?
No, I like the Rams.
But I'm going to announce right now, I'm picking the Rams every game this year.
No matter what.
Em, do you pick the Rams every game?
I don't. I vary.
You got the
I'm
Rams beating
realistic.
Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost got it last year.
Which one?
Would have been 29-28 if that play would have gone the right way. If Poe Limmer wouldn't have missed that block on Jalen Carter, I think Matthew Stafford hits Tyler Higbee in the middle of the field for a touchdown. Rams win 29-28. It's not as though that stuck with me in any way.
No, it doesn't sound like it.
It's not
You're
like
clearly
I'm
over
living in that moment at all. All right, there you have it. There are the big five picks for this week. Ireland, by the way, went USC, UNLV, Kansas City, New England, and the Rams. All right, coming up next for you, guess who's going to stop in? It is the host of the Blue Review.
The Blue Review.
Greg Bergman will join us next, talk about everything that has gone wrong for the Dodgers this summer. That is next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The 12th annual SoCal Hyundai ESPN LA Golf Classic.
Presented by Coors Light and Vista Paint.
Happening Friday, September 12th at Black Gold Golf Club in Yorba Linda. With special thanks this year to
Sunday Swagger. Make noise without saying a word. Sunday Swagger pairs head-turning prints with buttery soft, breathable fabric and four-way stretch in polos and golf apparel that move on and off the course. Patterns come in men's, women's, and youth. Upgrade your golf fits at SundaySwagger.com.
Did you know that Children's Hospital Los Angeles is a powerhouse in pediatric surgery? They perform nearly 17,000 surgeries a year, from high-tech robotic procedures to the most delicate operations on newborns, led by one of the largest surgical teams for kids in the country. With national rankings to back it up, CHLA brings all-star skill to every procedure. So when your child needs surgical care, turn to the team that's in a league of their own. To learn more, visit chla.org.
Hey guys, Cappy here. When disaster strikes, you expect your insurance company to be there for you, but often they look for ways to underpay your claim. If you're feeling abandoned, pushed to use low-rated contractors, or ignored after years of loyalty, we protect homeowners from the games and fine print that insurance companies are known for. Contact Avner Gatt, one of California's largest public adjusting firms. Visit avnergatt.com or call 818-917-5256. With a team that has the industry's know-how, including experience from the insurance side, Avner Gatt is ready to fight for you. With over 20 years of experience, they offer a free initial consultation and have the largest network of experts to evaluate your damages. Remember, size, experience, and expertise matter. Don't let your insurance company leave you in the dark. Call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256, or visit avnergatt.com today. Avner Gatt, your claim, our game.
Water, power, comfort. NextGen protects it all with the Home Hero Bundle. Do you like the taste of your water? If not, get your free alkaline reverse osmosis system when you install whole home water filtration. Clean, healthy water every tap. Add a heater treater for just $4.99 to shield your plumbing from hard water damage. And when you bundle in HVAC or electrical service, you'll save 10% instantly. One call, one team, total home protection. Call NextGen, 833-3-NEXGEN, or visit nextgenaironplumbing.com today.
CSLB number 1011173.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino. Join Travis Rogers, Sua Cravens, and me, Chris Morales, this Sunday, September 7th for the ESPN LA Rams postgame show live from Hollywood Park Casino. Win prizes like signed sports memorabilia and tickets to an upcoming ESPN LA sporting event. While you're there, enter for a chance to win a brand new Pedigo e-bike. Hollywood Park Casino is LA's hottest card room and the only place where you can party and play 24/7. Hollywood Park Casino must be 21 and older. See you there Sunday.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
As a scientist, I can tell you that Sundays are only 24 hours long. But with NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV, you get every game every Sunday all in one place. That's upwards of 30 hours of NFL in one day. How can there be 30 hours in 24 hours, you ask? I have a theory. Magic. New users get NFL Sunday Ticket for 8 payments of $34.50 per month. Sign up at NFLSundayTicket.com. Local and national games on YouTube TV. NFL Sunday Ticket for out-of-market games excludes digital-only games and commercial use. Terms and embargoes apply. Availability varies.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. You're listening to the Hall of Famers, Mason and Ireland on ESPN LA. Don't forget my show, The Rich Eisen Show, is back Monday at 9 a.m. with all your football talk. Now, back to Mason and Ireland.
All right, time to talk Dodger baseball. It is the Boys in Blue report. It's brought to you by Hard Rock Casino Tejon, your 24/7 destination for gaming and dining and live entertainment. Hard Rock Casino Tejon, opening soon. This is how SoCal plays. And look who's here.
Blue Review, the Blue Review.
Greg Bergman has stopped
What's
in
going on?
with me and Sua. What's up, man?
What's up, guys?
Are
This
you ready?
is Sua's favorite portion of the show.
Yeah, this is where we get to talk about the Dodgers.
I get to see you lose your mind for 15 straight minutes.
Oh, if you watch the Blue Review, you got to eat it for 20 minutes.
So getting swept in Pittsburgh. They've now been swept
frustrating.
in 5 series since July the 1st. They are under 500 since July 1. Struggling like crazy. Last night, Miguel Rojas. Did you see Miguel Rojas after the game talking about how there's no joy out there?
Yeah.
They're just pressing too hard and there's no joy. To your eye, what's going on?
It's all of that. It's the little mistakes, pressing too hard, trying to make every perfect play. I think Miguel's right that the little things, the little mistakes that they normally don't do are happening.
Right.
There's a lot of times it's throwing the ball to third base and giving up a double because you should have thrown the ball to second base with no shot to going to third. Or it's making a mistake on the base pass when Mookie Betts didn't tell Kike Hernandez to slide because that's his job as the person behind the plate. Say down, 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 slide. He didn't do it, so Kike walked in and got called out at the plate. Those are the little mistakes that you can't do that is contributing to winning.
How about bases loaded twice in game 2? Not a single run scored.
That was 8. There was 8 guys on base in 3 innings. It was bases loaded,
Early.
nobody out. Bases loaded, 2 outs, and then 2 on, no outs, and got nothing. Nothing.
So how do you explain this team, which has got more talent every time they step on the field than their opponent? More talent. How is it that they have the second worst batting average in the league with bases loaded? And we saw it in that game against the Pirates.
I think they're just swinging at pitches outside the plate. They're not being the patient Dodger team that we know. And then when they are being patient, they're watching pitches right down the middle for a strike. Like, it's not the team that we grew up with.
The team we grew up with.
No, that we've seen for the last couple of years. You've seen it, like Max Muncy and other guys. What they do is they know the strike zone so well that they'll take walks. They get starting pitchers out of games in 3-4 innings.
Yeah, you work them over.
You work them. They work the counts. They're not doing that as much anymore. And that's kind of what the problem is to me. You mentioned a stat when we first started this about how since July 1st
they've been swept 5 times.
Swept. So since June 1st, they're 42-40.
Yeah.
Which is 500. Since May 1st, they're 57-52.
Hey, throw out that first run at the beginning of the season when they got off to the hot start. They are just an ordinary baseball team in terms of record.
They're a 500 team, basically, or just above 500 team.
Yeah.
And since July something, they're actually below 500. This team
Yeah,
is
since
nothing.
the All-Star break, they're below 500.
Right. So they are just a mid-team right now, and that's not what you said. You, Mason, had them at 118 wins.
115.
No,
Let's be realistic.
It was
I
me.
won
It was
50.
me. I
No,
had him at 118. Yeah.
You
Brian
had
had,
wishful
Brian had him
thinking, okay.
breaking the Seattle Mariners record.
Yeah.
I was much more conservative with 115 wins.
115.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
They're
I
not
think
even getting 100.
they were supposed to be the best team that paper has ever seen.
Yes.
And it was until it wasn't. Like it's a very frustrating team to watch. I still think they're the best team in baseball, despite the record. I still think they're going to win the World Series. I still think they have the pieces to win the World Series. They are just playing terrible, and we have to start thinking to ourselves: is what they're showing us who they are?
You know what I'm curious about, and maybe M can track some of this down. After the Yankees won their first World Series, did they have kind of ordinary regular seasons as they went along because they were able to capitalize in the postseason?
Was that 98, 99,
Yeah,
2000?
98, 99, 2000. Yeah, were they? I think the first World Series was 98.
Yeah, I believe so.
And then they
Because
won
2001 was the Diamondbacks.
Diamondbacks, exactly. Beat them.
Yeah. So I want that's interesting. If they were bad in the season, and then
right or ordinary.
Yeah, ordinary. Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still almost 20 games above 500. So
Yeah,
it's,
right,
I mean,
exactly.
it means something. But
there's absolutely no urgency with this team. And you know what's interesting is you mentioned sort of the fundamental mistakes. We kind of turned into the team that the Yankees were in the World Series last year. For all the mockery of the Yankees, we are them as of right now.
And so you want to know the records of the years they won the World Series? Okay, so they won the World Series in 1995, and they won that with a 92 win season. Then the next season they had a 96 win season. And then they won the World Series in 1998 with a 114 win season.
114. Wow.
Season following that, 1999, they had 98 wins.
Okay, so that was a big drop.
And they won the World Series. And then in 2000, they won the World Series again. They had only 87 wins.
There.
So maybe it's just that the attrition happens when you win a World Series.
That's exactly
so that's
it.
really interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Because if you look at it, when you play in the World Series and you go into almost November, it's a very short off season, and then you're going right back at it and doing it all over again. It takes a long time. It's
the other thing,
attrition.
Bergman, you know this. The other thing is the Dodgers. If you go back a year, Dodgers started spring training first.
Yep.
Then went to Korea. Then played a full
They
season.
did the same thing here.
Then won the World Series. Then started spring training first. Then went to Japan.
So
Now
you're
in the
saying
middle of
they're
the
tired.
season. That I think there's an element of being just gassed.
I think that was a really good point, and thank you for getting that, Em. That's really interesting. It actually kind of gives me a little bit more hope.
It gives me hope.
It does, and it also makes me feel a little bit better because I have been so frustrated the last couple of weeks.
We've seen on Twitter.
We've
seen it.
We see.
Well, because it's frustrating, Sua.
No, I made a joke earlier, and I said no below 500 teams get into the wild card, right? Because it seems like the Dodgers cannot beat a bad team, and I 100% believe. I know you're optimistic, and you believe they're going to win the World Series. And they're the best team in baseball.
I do,
but I 100% believe if they get into that wild card game, they're done.
I
card
don't
series,
necessarily
they're
disagree with that. I really feel with you that they need to pass the Phillies. They got to start getting a little bit hot and pass the Phillies because they need the bye.
The Phillies are
need
interesting.
it, but they should get
the
it.
Mets are playing well.
Yeah.
Milwaukee is a beast.
Yeah, I think, Milwaukee is good, but they haven't been very good recently.
Yeah.
They're starting to taper off. I think they peaked too early, and they're not going to be very good.
When do we
in the
get a
playoffs.
peak? When does our peak come?
See, that's the weird thing. I was talking about with Travis yesterday. They haven't had a peak this year.
Or they peaked in their first 8 games when they went 8-0.
Yeah, sure, possibly. But at the same time, like every single year, they go through a 20-game stretch of 16-4 or a 30-game stretch of 24-6.
Didn't they have one year where they went 42
and 8?
42 and 8 in 50 games.
There's always that thing that comes up, and it hasn't happened this year. So it's been very frustrating.
There's 3 games in the wild card, right?
Yeah, 3
Best
games.
of 3, yeah.
Best of 3, all at home.
You can't afford to have a single game where your batters aren't hot.
Nope, not one.
Run
And
into
that's
one
the
hot
problem right
pitcher.
now.
Yep,
you're in
It's
trouble.
over with.
Yeah.
If you get one just a bad game, if you lose that first game, then you're like, oh, now you're pressing and doing what they're doing right now.
Yep. Now, who's starting pitching?
Yeah.
Who's going to close the game? Who's hot right now? What's the order going to be?
I actually feel really good about the starting pitching. Towards the middle of July, they have the best ERA in baseball. So it's the offense or the back end of the bullpen.
And the back end of the bullpen. Yeah, I don't know how we get those last 9 outs.
Also, that Yankees team, the other part of it was they had Mariano Rivera.
Correct. Yes.
So if they got to the 9th, it was game, set, match.
Wait a minute. We got Tanner Scott.
Yeah, so they had Mariano Rivera.
Yeah.
Do you see, by the way, real fast, then I'll let you go?
Yeah.
Did you see that Tanner Scott is saying that he's not pitching well right now because he's throwing too many strikes?
Yes, I did see that. Yeah.
Which there is something to that he's not making guys
he's definitely
chase.
Grooving some stuff.
Yes, he is. He's throwing a lot of strikes that are getting hit very far.
All right, Dave Bergman, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a great
Appreciate it.
weekend.
See you guys.
As always, you can follow
Blue Review.
The Blue Review.
Blue Review.
Every morning at 9.
No, 6:30.
Oh, right.
6:30, 9:30 Eastern, but 6:30 Pacific time.
Who wakes up and does the 6:30
Watch in
show
bed.
with you?
Yes, watch in bed and drink coffee with me. You should at 6:30 in the morning.
Oh, yeah, I'm always up.
Yeah,
6:30.
Sua, get up at 6:30 and watch the Blue Review at 6:30 on the ESPN LA YouTube
By the
page.
way,
Brought to you by LAX.
it lives past that. You don't have to watch it live. You can watch it. It's still
we
sitting
also
there, right?
we replay it at 10 o'clock if you missed it at 6:30.
So this is essentially your therapy vent session before you do the Blue Review.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it's a little bit more positive at 6:30
Hopefully,
in the morning.
Shohei's pitching today, so that hopefully will
Hey,
make me
at
feel better.
least you got the Bruins.
Goodbye.
There is your Boys in Blue report. We're going to do some Game of Games next. It's Emily's game. In the meantime, let me tell you about my car. I absolutely love my car. So I partnered with the Southern California Hyundai dealers a couple of years ago. Absolutely the best. Had dinner with those guys. Terrific people. And when I started working with them, I'm like, okay, I'm going to test drive everything. So I took out the Ioniq 5, which is amazing. It's an EV with really long range. The Sonata is really nice. The Santa Fe, if you want to go SUV. I'm telling you, now's the perfect time to test drive a Hyundai. Everything comes with the class exclusive digital key and the remote smart parking assist, and they want the road ahead to be as worry-free as possible. Every Hyundai comes complete with America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles, limited powertrain warranty. It's time for you to take a test drive of your favorite Hyundai today, only at your SoCal Hyundai dealers. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
This fall, it's more than just football season on 710 ESPN.
It's family season.
What would you say if somebody took a big bite of a sandwich and then put it back in the box and had all the other sandwiches around it?
The 710 crew is as close as it gets.
From sharing the mic to even sharing the same hamburger.
Mason bit into the burger. Chris then finished the burger.
The lineup kicks off with unsportsmanlike from 3 a.m. to 7 a.m.
Then Sedano and Cap bring you the morning show from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Plus, the YouTube-only hour from 9 to 10.
And I ate the burger.
The whole thing.
Ate the whole thing with the bite.
Swapped spit with Mason.
Right after, it's the Rich Eisen Show from 9 a.m. to noon.
Then it's Mason and Ireland, noon to 3.
Mason, what are you doing?
Shame.
Followed by the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show from 3 to 6 p.m.
But you'd eat a half-eaten sandwich.
Yeah.
That's gross.
It's the brand new football season lineup, and you're invited to the table.
Ignite your afternoons at Waba Grill's $5 happy hour with our 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium one beverage drink, like our tangy passion fruit lemonade. Enjoy $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. Only at Waba Grill.
I've been feeling those good vibrations all summer long. Turns out my car needs new shocks. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Gavin DeGraw brings the greatness this Saturday.
Number 2.
Claim your free Retrovan Bluetooth speaker September 9th when you earn 500 points on your rewards card.
And the number 1 reason.
Turn fantasy into reality when you host your league's fantasy football draft party at Morongo.
Morongo, good times.
Hey, it's Travis. Every legend has a story, and those stories are kept at Legends Attic in Claremont. Legends Attic is the premier sports memorabilia gallery and store that offers a unique blend of rare and iconic collectibles. It's a community for sports fans and collectors, so go check it out for yourself. Legends Attic, 619 West Foothill Boulevard in the city of Claremont. Visit legendsattic.com and be sure to follow Legends Attic on all social media platforms so you can stay connected to know about their upcoming signings and special events with Hall of Famers and pro players.
Whoa! Jason Kelsey just found out that NFL Sunday Ticket now lets you subscribe month to month.
Yeah!
He just realized you can join and cancel anytime.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Now he just found $1 in the sofa.
Yeah!
And he just saw a great parking spot open up. Look, just because Jason's easily excited doesn't make NFL Sunday Ticket month to month any less great. Right, Jason?
Yeah.
Get NFL Sunday Ticket month to month and cancel anytime. Sign up at NFLSundayTicket.com. Renews every month during the 2025 regular season. Cancel anytime. Terms and embargoes apply. No refunds. Commercial use excluded.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland.
Game of Games.
Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, it is Game of Games time, and Travis Rogers joins us in the Apple Pan t-shirt.
Yeah.
What a legendary spot that is,
The
huh?
best.
It's been there for
70 years?
70 years.
Since the early 40s, so yeah, well, maybe
You went to the
closing in
grand
on 80.
opening. You were 30
here
years
we go.
old.
Look, I
we
thought
go,
I'd
yeah.
escaped most of this, but the
By the way, we had a
elder
whole
abuse
segment where they were talking about kids shows that I
He's
don't.
the same age as my father.
How's that feel, Mace?
So, Game of Games time. It is Emily's game today. Emily, what do you got cooking?
So, it is the great actor Michael Keaton's birthday today. He is
I bet
74 years old today. And I thought I'd do both the combo of Michael Keaton and Diane Keaton.
Oh, interesting.
Game of Games today.
All right.
So, first question. How many combined Oscar wins do Michael Keaton and Diane Keaton have for acting? Is it A, 1, B, 2, C, 4, or D, 0? Mace.
1.
Okay. Brian.
I'm going to go 0.
Okay. Sua.
2.
Okay. And Travis.
I know Michael Keaton has one, or I think Michael Keaton has one. I don't know about Diane Keaton. I'm going to guess 2.
Mace is correct. It is
Only
1.
one Oscar there,
And
yeah.
it's Diane Keaton's Oscar.
Oh,
She
I
got-
had it backwards.
Michael has been nominated a couple of times.
He didn't win for Birdman?
No,
He
he's
did not
nominated.
win for Birdman. And Diane Keaton, I think, won for Annie Hall.
Yes, she did. So, number 2. Michael Keaton is a huge fan of what NFL team? Is it A, the Rams, B, Eagles, C, Steelers, or D, Chargers? Brian?
How can I not go Chargers? Go Chargers.
Okay. Sua?
I'm going to go Steelers.
Travis?
Steelers.
And Mace.
It is the Steelers.
It is the Steelers. He's from just outside of Pittsburgh.
In a weird wrinkle, Michael Keaton worked on Mr. Rogers. He was a technical guy, a gaffer, or a sound
well,
guy.
I'm going to take off one of my
was
questions
one
for
of Mr. Rogers. Just
Game
gave it
of
away.
Games.
Just gave it away.
Awesome.
Damn,
So
that was
This was
I'm gonna,
catered
we're
to
going to be
Mace.
out of 9 then instead today. Okay. So Diane Keaton is not related to Michael Keaton. Her maiden name is actually Stone, Hall, Cooper, or Morning. Sua?
Hall.
Okay. And Travis?
Give me the options that aren't Hall. I'm totally guessing here.
Go Cooper.
Stone, Cooper, or Morning?
Stone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mason?
Stone.
And Brian?
Cooper.
Sua is correct. Her last name was actually Hall, and the movie was based off of her. Annie Hall.
Was it really
was
based
off
off
of
of her?
Diane Keaton, who's Diane
Oh, right,
Hall.
because she was dating Woody Allen at
Yes,
that point. Yeah.
yes. Okay. Which of these actors were not considered for the role of Batman in Tim Burton's Batman? So not considered.
Not considered.
Is it A, Rob Lowe, B, Dennis Quaid, C, Bill Murray, or D, Tom Selleck? I'm going to start with Travis.
All right, Dennis Quaid makes sense. What was the first one you said?
Rob Lowe.
No, too pretty.
Yeah, he is pretty.
Yeah, he's
pretty
very pretty guy. Bill Murray.
Okay, Mason.
Bill Murray seems like such an
Again,
easy
not
answer.
considered. They were
Yeah.
not considered.
Yeah.
Rob Lowe.
Okay, Brian
Murray.
and Sua.
I'm going Rob Lowe.
Sua and Mace are correct.
Oh.
It is
Too
Rob
pretty. You
Lowe
said
was
it.
not
Too pretty to play
considered.
Batman.
Yeah, too pretty.
pretty.
He's pretty.
Pretty
All
pretty. Absolutely.
Michael Keaton is not actually named Michael Keaton. His last name is actually
Stone.
Lowe,
Hall.
Douglas, Ford, or Selleck. And I'm gonna start with Mason because you have 3 wins or 3 right already. Okay, Mason.
I'm going to try Douglas.
Okay, and Brian
Douglas.
and Sua
Selleck.
and Travis.
I want to say Douglas because you can't have 2 guys named the same thing, right?
Yeah.
So I'll go Douglas.
Douglas is correct,
Yeah.
but also all of these are also double names in some way.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So before Keaton was an actor, well, I'm getting rid of that one.
Mr.
there was
Rogers.
Mr.
Gaffer.
Rogers' name
I'll take
right
Mr.
there.
Rogers.
Gaffer
for
on
100.
Mr. Rogers.
Damn, I gave that away.
All right. What iconic Tom Hanks role did Michael Keaton turn down?
Oh, my God.
All right. And Mace, you're going to start this off again. So was it Big, Forrest Gump, Splash, or Castaway?
Big.
Okay. Brian.
Castaway.
Okay. Sua.
Castaway.
And Travis.
Think it's Splash.
It is Splash.
Yeah.
Turned down Splash for Mr. Mom.
Well, it worked
also
out
a good
okay
movie.
for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
221.
The Beetlejuice, the star, the actual star out in the universe, Beetlejuice the star, is in what constellation? And by the way, the scoring update, if we want that too, it's Mace has 1, 2, 3, 4. Sua has 1, 2, 3. Brian has 1, and Travis has 3.
Okay.
So we're gonna start with Mace again. So
All right.
Beetlejuice the star is in what constellation? Is it Aries, Ursa Major, Ursa Minor, or Orion?
I happen to know that. Ursa Major.
Okay, Brian,
Aries.
Sua.
Should I go with the guy that happens to know this one? Or is he just saying that to throw me off the trail like his fantasy pick?
I wonder.
Orion.
Okay, and Travis.
What was Mason's answer?
Ursa Minor.
Yes.
Ursa. Okay, he immediately smiled and looked away when you said it. So I think I'm going to go with
The
Ursa
setup?
Major.
Yeah.
It's neither of those.
Oh.
It's actually Orion.
Okay.
So Sua gets it.
Yes.
Okay.
Sua gets the point.
Orion's belt.
We got a tie now, right?
Right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 for Mason. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Sua. And Travis has 3. And there are 2 questions left.
Okay,
so
I got a chance.
Everyone but Brian's still in the,
The dog fight.
Sorry, Brian.
All right. So
You and the Chargers.
I'm gonna
Good
start
luck today.
Sua's going to start this one. Okay. So how many Nancy Meyers movies
Ugh.
is Diane Keaton in? Okay.
All of
How
them.
many movies is she in?
I was going to say.
Is it 3, 2, 1, or 4?
Four.
Sua, you're starting.
4.
Okay. Travis?
I got to catch Sua, so I got to go something else. 3.
Mace?
2.
And Brian?
2.
She's only in 2. She's
Oh,
only in
BC.
2 Nancy
Oh,
Meyers
what a
movies.
Something's got to
win.
give. What's the other one?
Father of the Bride.
Father of the Bride.
Yes.
I just know she's in everything. So
Yeah.
I said 4.
Definitely.
Okay, so Mace currently has the lead. He's ahead of 1 in Sua, and then Travis, you're out. You're
Boo.
a
Oh,
little.
sorry, Trav.
Yeah, what are you going to
Okay.
do?
This last one comes down, and Sua, you have to go opposite of Mason.
Okay.
Okay. So Mason, I'm gonna have you start. Michael Keaton was almost a lead role in which iconic early 2000s TV show? Okay, so we almost the lead of this show.
Okay.
The Office, Lost, Breaking Bad, or Boardwalk Empire.
Boardwalk Empire.
Okay.
Lost.
Sua. Okay. Brian
Office.
and Travis.
I'm going to go Boardwalk Empire. He feels like a 1920s kind of guy.
It was Lost. He
Yes!
always played
Tied it
Jack
up,
in
man!
Lost. You tied
Yes!
it up. Okay.
Yes.
So tiebreaker between Sua and Mace. The tiebreaker is How many times in the original movie Beetlejuice was the word Beetlejuice actually spoken?
Okay.
I'm going to start with Mason whenever you have an answer.
Okay. I am going to say 13 times.
Okay, Sua?
I'm going to say 21 times.
And I'm going to get Brian and Travis's too. So, BC?
30.
And Travis?
10.
Mace is the closest. It was 15 times. It was said
That's what
to
I'm
Phil.
talking about.
So
Come
Mace
from
has
behind.
the win today,
From the
even
head to
though he
behind.
took away.
That's what I'm talking about. You asked me about
Only
Keaton's,
14
I know.
times? Beetlejuice, that phrase wasn't
you're saying
said
it
more
so
than
many
4
times right
times.
now.
Right, right.
He just said it 3 times. He's going to show up.
Yeah,
Wasn't that
you
the rule?
can't do that.
Yeah, you can only say
I'm a fan, so.
Yeah. It's like
Get
looking in the
autograph.
mirror and saying, what's that scary thing you say in the mirror that makes
Don't,
the lady
no.
show up?
That's, I don't like that one. I don't like that one.
The one, I forgot what that is.
I think I know.
I know what it is. I know what it is.
BM. Don't say it.
That's
Don't
it.
say it.
That's it.
That's more my growing
See,
up.
I personally would never say it.
I would say
Ever.
Candyman.
In the mirror?
No, but like his lesson
You
of
can't
his whole
say it 3
movie.
times.
Yeah, but his whole lesson was just keep my name out your mouth and you're good.
Yeah, right.
So like you could say it, but then like be cool after
I'm
that.
going to show up.
Yeah.
All right, you're listening to KSPN Los Angeles, a good Karma brand station. Coming up next for you, some super crosstalk. Mason and Ireland. Sue in for John 710 ESPN.
The 12th annual SoCal Hyundai ESPN LA Golf Classic.
Presented by Coors Light and Vista Paint.
Happening Friday, September 12th at Black Gold Golf Club in Yorba Linda. With special thanks this year to
Sunday Swagger. Come for the prints, stay for the feel. Sunday Swagger delivers buttery soft, breathable polos and button-ups with 4-way stretch. Built to move from the first tee to last call. Find yours at sundayswagger.com.
You ever notice the harsh feeling and chlorine taste in LA's water? That's why I made the switch to Life Source Water. Their whole house water system gives clean, filtered water from every tap in my house. It's become our essential appliance we love using every day. With Life Source, you deal directly with their local factory. No middlemen, no hassle. Take advantage of a double dip in savings for up to $1,250 off. Call 800-WATER-99 or visit lifesourcewater.com. Warranty limitations apply. Hey everybody, it's Chris Morales. I know we do the bit on the air a lot, and we do it tongue-in-cheek that I almost died. And yes, earlier in the year, I almost died. And here's the thing. I did a lot of things that led up to that, a lot of poor choices, but you never think you're going to hear while you're laying in the emergency room in the hospital that you have heart failure. And thank God I was at Providence, because I do believe 100% without the amazing doctors, the amazing nurses, the amazing team at Providence, I probably would have died. They were all over it. They took care of me. They earned my trust and they took care of my health. And Providence knows that every patient is unique. Providence built a care plan that fits your life, your needs, and your heart. My case was unique. After the first week, everybody thought I was just going to go home with heart failure. And then I had several seizures. And that led to realizing I had had several strokes earlier in the week. Then it was a second week in the hospital. But Providence saved my life. Providence stands with patients during some of life's most challenging moments. And they stand with the families. My entire family was in the hospital with me, watching over me. Providence, bringing skill, compassion, and everything they have to every case.
Water, power, comfort. Next Gen protects it all with the Home Hero Bundle. Do you like the taste of your water? If not, get your free alkaline reverse osmosis system when you install whole home water filtration. Clean, healthy water every tap. Add a heater treater for just $4.99 to shield your plumbing from hard water damage. And when you bundle in HVAC or electrical service, you'll save 10% instantly. One call, one team, total home protection. Call Next Gen 833-3-NEXGEN or visit nextgenaaronplumbing.com today.
CSLB number 1011173.
Los Angeles, the 2025 Rams season has finally arrived. Your defending NFC West champs are kicking things off with a home showdown against the Houston Texans. 2 elite quarterbacks, 1 electric game. It all goes down at the Rams house on Sunday, September 7th at 1:25 p.m. Get your tickets today and bring all your energy to SoFi Stadium. To purchase tickets, head to therams.com/HOU, therams.com/HOU. We can't wait to see you at the season opener on Sunday, September 7th. See you at the Rams house.
KSPN AM 710 Los Angeles. It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God.
When the
The shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk. It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Again, I wasn't sure like what transfers. Like, woo. We still woo-woo?
You still woo.
Okay.
Still woo.
Still woo.
No love vote, but we do woo-woo-woo.
I was, because Travis isn't a wooer.
I woo.
You
Normally, I do the woo. You jump in on the woo.
I wait for you to start the woo. I feel like the woo is your intellectual property.
Yeah.
And then
You know who's got no woo?
Who's that?
Sua Cravens. No
You don't
woo in
woo?
him.
I'm more of a Patrick from SpongeBob. Lido. You remember that episode?
I do.
Yeah. Again, no clue. All right.
You don't know what SpongeBob SquarePants
I know
is?
what Sponge.
He's
but I
updating
don't know,
himself all
I don't
day
know
long.
the saying. What is the saying?
It's just an episode where he did something.
Lido.
Yeah, she knows. She knows
What's
exactly.
funnier
what
than
I'm
24? 25.
25. Brian, I haven't seen you in a long time.
I know.
Were you out of the country? Were
People
you
have
traveling?
to be deathly ill at this place. And they go through the Rolodex, and they find a few people, and they call them up, and like, sorry, I don't work here anymore.
Yeah.
I've moved. You know,
He's no longer with us.
Right. I regret to inform you. Like, you get their next of kin, and then it's like, oh, is Brian available?
You could call your show this afternoon the Locked On ESPN LA show. You've got Locked On Lakers. You've got Locked On Rams. You've got Locked On Dodgers. You guys are locked.
I'm doing both, Brian. They're free and available wherever you get your podcast, never behind a paywall. And there
Is it on
a
YouTube?
YouTube component.
YouTube component, as always.
I honestly can do whatever I want, because by the time someone calls me again, they will have forgotten the thing that I did on the previous
that's
episode.
good.
Yeah,
That's good.
What's going on here, Mace?
I'm not sure what's going on here. It's kind of a
I like
beard, but I can't
But
really
don't go tee it. Don't.
I'm
do
not
it.
going to go tee it.
No, it's a nice beard.
You think it's a good beard?
It's a good beard.
It's a good length right now.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to keep it at that length.
See, that's the part.
Yeah.
That's the part.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm
have a
going to let it
trimmer?
hang around. I do have a little trimmer thing
Okay.
that I use.
Be
Yeah.
grateful
It's
for what you
distinguished.
can grow.
It's
Right.
like-
I
yeah.
could never grow, like Travis, you've got a full beard. I could never do that.
Yeah.
Nothing grows here
You
and
know,
here.
you got a little patchiness
A
going
little
on.
patchiness there.
It
But
almost. I mean, I actually.
It looks purposeful.
It looks purposeful,
I
and
meant
actually,
it.
I think makes you look a little younger.
Gives you an edge. Look like you ride a Harley.
got an edge.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, so your cheeks are
I
nice
haven't
and
shaved
clean.
in 2 months.
Yeah.
There is no growth going on
Is that
here.
right?
Yes.
Wow.
My brother's full James Harden beards.
Damn.
I didn't get it.
You got nothing.
Yeah.
So, Trav, you
How long
excited
did it
for
take you to grow that mustache?
You know. How long does Super Crosstalk? Actually, it took my entire life. to get this
19, 20 years
You've been
I've been
working
working
on
on
it.
this
You've
thing.
been working on it.
So,
Well
Trav,
done.
for Rams games this year,
Yeah.
you are like all over the place.
Yeah,
you
we're
are
three different spots.
at Cosm.
Cosm for pregame. We are in the stadium for the game itself, and we'll do halftime from the press box,
Yep.
and then postgame at HBC, like we've done the last several years.
Man.
I know, bouncing
So
around.
You can get there no matter where you are. You can get to Travis and Sua.
We're going to be there. We're going to be there. I've never been to Cosm on a football Sunday.
Oh,
I've been to Cosm to see an event.
Yes.
But I've never been on a football Sunday. I can't wait to see
So
it.
we're going there tonight to see The Matrix. They
Yeah.
totally reformatted The Matrix so that it's, shared reality and all the stuff. I cannot wait to see that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you guys are there before the game. Sua has never seen anything at Cosm.
It is wild.
Yeah.
It is wild. Like, Mace, when you were talking about going, I'm like, yeah, okay, that sounds kind of cool. It sounds kind of cool. Until you walk into the dome or the arena or whatever we're calling it, it feels like you're sitting right there. I went and watched the Kings and the Oilers in the playoffs,
Yeah.
and it felt like you were sitting on the red line watching a hockey game in the arena.
I like to take a moment and think about like because we're all so jaded about technology and like stuff you can do. Like, and think about back in the day when they showed like the first movie.
Yes.
It was of a train.
The Great Train Robbery.
And it was just sort of going towards the audience. And people got up screaming and ran out of the theater because they thought the train was going to kill them.
Yep.
Now we can go watch The Matrix in this thing that's been created by AI to make it
virtual reality.
And we're just like, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, think about
it's true.
where we've come.
I will say about Cosm, though, and that I'm not on the endorsement team. I've been there one time.
Right.
It's
Not
beyond.
yet.
It's beyond just that was pretty cool. It's one of the few things, BK, that's actually like, dude, that was awesome. Like, it genuinely clears the bar of
Yeah, it's
really
definitely
great.
not like Like
Yeah.
you would be like So I've been there.
No,
for,
I think it's really cool. I'm just saying, like, these are the things that we can do now.
Right.
It's kind of amazing.
It is amazing. You feel good about Sunday?
Yeah, I do.
I do too.
I feel really good
too.
about it.
Yeah.
I think that as long as Matthew Stafford's back sticks together.
Are you? We asked.
I asked him.
Yeah, Sue asked Kevin Demoff if he was even 1% concerned,
and the answer
Said
was
no.
yes. No, he said yes.
He said in 1% because life, there's no guarantees.
okay,
like
yeah,
a
okay.
little,
Okay.
Yeah, that's
little,
right.
Here's why I have more than 1%.
Okay.
It's not in double digits, but it's more than 1. Every time they talk about Matthew Stafford and his back, every time they talk about whether or not he's going to be healthy, ready to go, full-blown Matthew Stafford, it's followed by, yes, we really believe he is, Jimmy G looks great.
Yeah.
It is always the Jimmy G looks great part that
Disclaimer.
gives me a little pause. Yes.
I feel like
disclaimer. Jimmy G looks amazing.
I feel like they've gotten the last
Yes.
10 days, though. I feel like they've gotten a little further away from that.
I hope
Like
so.
the beginning of training camp, it was all like, thank God we got a great
I
back.
read something this morning, I think it was on Yahoo, that was about Matthew Stafford, and it was at least 2 times in it was Jimmy G is the best possible option as a backup quarterback if the event he's unable to
Very
play.
concerning.
Are they gonna,
it is.
Are they going to? Because like Matthew Stafford has been around. He knows
Mm-hmm.
he knows how to get rid of the ball, and Sean McVay knows how to help him get rid of the ball. How many times do we think he's going to be hit?
So
on
here,
Sunday?
DeMarco said this, and Sue, tell me if you agree with this, that it's not necessarily him getting blown up. It's him trying to throw the ball 40 times.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's just the act of the torque of throwing the football that's going to be the thing
Right.
that sets it
and
off
the
more
most
than getting
important
buried.
the most important thing for Matthew Stafford is Kyron Williams being able to run so that the play action is legitimate in defenders' eyes.
And now you've got me worried because if it's just like he's going to get hurt passing, and not because people hit him, just because he's passing.
Dude, I can't
then
sit in the
it's
car
great
for
that we've got
45
Jimmy
minutes.
G.
the worst case scenario is that play action offense is he has a naked blind boot where he has to get rid of it and on that quick turn and hit the tight end to the flat, and he just gets pushed to the ground as he's throwing a little 5-yard dump off. That can cause him to stay down, and now it is Jimmy G time, and that's a part of the offense. They run play action about 10, 12 times a game, so there's going to be opportunities to hit Stafford.
So this is the first time I've gone back and looked at Rams games from last. I'm like,